Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hearts of Blazing. This is April 4th. This is our first weekly event. Please note, though, that in the future we're going to be moving our weekly events to Friday as to not clash with Awakening the Chaos. They run bi-weeklies on every Saturday for Europe, so we don't want to clash with that every other week, so we're going to be moving the events to Fridays. This is our first weekly one, and we've got 40 attendees, lots of great players, and I'm pretty stoked to be here with Shin, who is joining me on commentary, sir, if he wants to introduce himself.
What's going on, folks at home? It's your boy Shin, aka Shin Peasy, and I am completely excited to be doing this co-commentary with my boy Che over here for Hearts of Blazing. Granblue has been an amazing game that I've been getting into it from the start, and as I'm seeing from this bracket, it is completely stacked. So you folks at home who are watching are in for a wonderful treat.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that first match is already a treat. Enoch and Rao are two amazing players. I know that Enoch plays a variety of characters, though, so I'm not 100% sure who we're going to be seeing so far. But he plays, like, Percival, Lance, he plays a bunch. But Rao, from my knowledge, is just straight up paint her for playing Gran. He knows what he knows what's good for him, you know? Go to the strong characters.
I mean, I wouldn't really blame him for going to the strong characters like that. I mean, if the character works, the character works. You can't
Hey,
really be
Rao
mad
puts
at it.
in work, that's for sure. I've seen him play so much. He's taken out even Rickster in the past. Rickster has won the past two events over at Hearts of Blazing, but, you know, I've been watching the other European events, and Rao's definitely not to be messed with. Enoch as well. I believe Enoch really gave Rickster a run for his money earlier this week in a round-robin tournament.
Okay. All right, so if you were to guesstimate with what we have in our current bracket right now, who do you see going to grand finals?
It's hard. I could maybe predict like a top four, but
Top four.
grand finals, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a quick look at the bracket. There it is. So, the thing that you have to remember is looking at who exactly comes from where, right? Because we have so many people at the top of the bracket who are talented that they could end up knocking each other out. But if I was to predict a top four, I'd be pretty comfortable going with Rickster, Enoch, Rao, and maybe Efi. Oh, here we go though, we're going into match. Alright, for our first match again, Percival against Gran. Two great characters. I feel like Percival is made a little bit invalid by how great Catalina and Gran are, but let's see if April has anything to say about that, you know? Hopefully we'll be seeing him tone down a little bit, and then Percival's going to be right up there with the best guys.
We're definitely going to see. Like, I definitely honestly feel as though Gran's going to kind of take this home just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I mean, both of the characters are great, though, and Enoch has shown that he is not afraid to do some really unorthodox offense. So if he keeps that up, he can literally make anyone have to stay on their toes, but right now we're seeing pretty much what we'd expect, you know, Gran keeping up a good amount of pressure, using Boot, getting a pretty much free conversion there for no EXs, keeping him in the corner.
Good with a nice 2C there from Gran, keeping his opponent in the corner and just constantly going in with some stagger pressure here.
Wow, what a confirm. It's so screwed up that he gets 2M on counter hit, but nice one button confirm into super there. Finishes out that round. Oh, wow. One thing that you definitely don't really want to be trying to do is you can't forward roll Percival's Fireball because it's so low to the ground, and forward roll actually has a low hurt box. But also, spot dodging it isn't the easiest just because of how active it is, you know?
Right, I see how like its frames literally last forever. Speaking of lasting forever, Percival just
This Gran going for so many random DPs trying to... Because like, that's the best way to keep Percival honest with his Fire Aim and Fire Heavy into Fireball cancel. But there's so little recovery on it that Percival's been really struggling to punish it. Is this going to be it?
Oh my goodness. Just finishes off with a nice...
Oh, okay, never mind. Pixels.
But
Doing the little shimmies, man.
Oh man. Later luck for Percival when we got Gran taking home that first match. My goodness.
Man, that was fast, but, you know, kind of what you expect from Gran at this point. It's either he's winning or he's not, I feel. Can he get his little gremlin claws into neutral, or is he going to get ran over?
Round start Boot, gets him right in the corner, and already EX Boot right into the corner. He's already taking his turn. Look at the damage already.
Like a 50% conversion into a punish on DP.
And
One more touch will do it. What on earth? Empty jump into empty jump. Oh, nice there. First of all, getting to... doesn't matter, you know? You're establishing yourself with some neutral control again, but you're gonna eat a boot and just take the round loss.
Oh my goodness, and then you got who? Gran is just showing us why Gran players are so scary to play against. My god.
Yeah, they're dangerous, man. Look at that 5U. I swear 5U is the most screwed up button he has. All the other buttons are really screwed up, like his JU, etc. And his 2U, as we're seeing here. But I just feel like 5U shouldn't be anywhere near as good as it is as a neutral or combo tool. Speaking of...
My goodness.
Oh, not sure if that was a rage quit or straight up DC, but we'll do our best to figure that out.
Well, whatever it was, it looks like we already know, and the folks at home know as well that Gran was taking that match home.
For sure. Right, well, either way, I've got to try and figure out what happened there. Ooh.
Jesus, Gran was just being completely and utterly unstoppable in that match. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that is Gran, though, right? Gran is nasty, especially if he gets going.
Yeah, that literally is Gran. Like, as soon as he hits you with that one boot and gets you in the corner, it's literally going to be a while before you can honestly take your turn right back out of there. And even when you're trying to think of that, Gran himself has already come up with maybe like 3 or 4 other options as to how he can open you up to keep you in that corner.
Especially, again, the matchup is really screwed up with Percival, etc. Because Percival kind of has a very similar game plan to characters like Catalina, Gran, etc. I just feel like they have some of the beta character perks, like close M, stuff like that really puts them on another level. Especially because Percival also has to try and find Oki to get stocks and neutral positions to get stocks, and with Gran having boot, it's so easy to just call him out and run him down, you know?
And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because during that match, I honestly did not see a point in time where Percival was able to get the time he needed to get any type of install orbs. So already not being able to get into that has put him at a huge disadvantage situation during that entire time. And it just wasn't looking good at all.
Turns out, it was just a spectator bug. Don't worry, he didn't rage quit. It was just, as the match ended, it kicked us out, so... Lovely spectator bug.
Oh boy, kind of love those bugs.
Yeah, that was what it was, Rickster. Either way, going into the next round, what we got next? D is... Akiri. Okay, so, Akiri's match is going to be an interesting one. They've requested to be on stream, but I'm pretty sure they're relatively new to the game. So shout-outs, you know?
You said they're new and they personally requested to be on stream. Oh my goodness, we might be seeing some shenanigans here.
I mean, apparently he's got some people like in the chat trying to give some love. So I respect that.
Okay. I can respect that too. Gotta stay faithful, gotta stay loyal.
And again, if you ever want to be on stream, just let me know. I'm always happy to do so. Alright, let's go. Have a look at see if they're about. I know that we have Nakiri already in the lobby. Gotta find the other one.
And while we get everything underway, Twitch chat, how's everyone been all right? Has everyone been safe with all the ridiculous and, I don't want to say annoying, but just like dangerous things that have been happening in the world? Like, has everyone been safe? Everyone's been staying home, making sure that everything's all put together? Like, is everyone all right? Like, how about you, Che? How you been holding up with all this nonsense?
You know, I've been holding up pretty good. There's been so much online Granblue love at the moment, with almost a tournament pretty much every day of the week at this point. I know that we've got a Dutch event ran by Moss. I know that we've got C4IQ running a round robin. I know that we have Gibbs running weekly on every Wednesday. So there's been no shortage of Granblue. And whether I'm helping out with running the events or commentating or even just playing in them, I've been in there pretty much every single time. So it's been great for me.
Wow.
And a lot of the other people, you know, because I've started to notice a lot of familiar faces attending all of these events. So it's bad. But at the very least, we can quarantine ourselves and play some Granblue.
And see, there are some good things, like a light at the end of the tunnel from all this, because as you say, you're starting to get familiar with more people that come in, and that's literally how the FGC and stuff like that begins to really get the ball rolling, as you start seeing the same people over and over again, and then you start talking, you start networking, and then it gets to be bigger and better things, and that's just fantastic. Like, you make your own little family, and it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry about this. The first couple of rounds are going to be a little bit rusty, trying to get everyone going into their matches, etc. After that, it usually becomes pretty autonomous, though. With that said, have we got the other guy here yet? Cynical just joined. But
Oh my goodness, that dragon avatar doing push-ups. Help
yeah,
me.
Vern's... like, Little Vern and Big Vern are both pretty scary, man. I'm not going to lie. Do we have a buy on the stream? Are we waiting for a match that's never going to happen?
Oh, no, no.
Find out next time. The next episode of Hearts of Blazing Round 1.
Not like this, not like this.
Alright, well, again, there are a bunch of people who didn't have roles, so trying to find everyone, congregate them, because apparently coronavirus isn't just affecting people. Apparently it's killing my robot as well. So,
oh no.
Throughout all of this week, it's been really awkward trying to give everyone the roles, you know, keeping everyone where they would need to be. Okay, there you go.
No one and nothing is safe, folks. Remember that. Remember that. And as always, make sure you practice safe social distancing. Always 6 feet or more.
And if they're grand players, make it 10. You know, you don't want to catch something else. I mean, we've got a ton of people doing push-ups, but no one on the hub. Someone get on the arcade cap, come on. Wait, how many people do we even have? Do we have... Is the lobby full of people who shouldn't be in here? Because I know one of them's supposed to be in here. Yeah. I've got to kick someone.
Oh, no.
Right, I'm sorry, Kingston. You gotta go.
Oh, no, we gotta be those people. We gotta kick them and get them out of here.
Get out of my lobby. I know that a lot of people aren't exactly fully familiar. Oh yeah, it's 7. Not only is it 7, there's also like a 9th slot apparently specifically for commentators. I heard that they added recently. That's... Yeah, I need to. Most people aren't actually doing this. Whilst they're not on the hub. Let's have a look real quick.
See, the creators knew. They knew. They were like, just in case for some
can't be
random
changed because
reason.
someone's spectating. Never mind. Back onto the cap.
For some random reason, people get locked in their homes, but they still want to do tournaments. We'll have like
Never
2 more spots for commentators on here, so when the lobby gets filled up, the commentators can still stay. They knew.
I mean, I just used analog and misclicked twice. This is why you don't use analog, guys. Or pad. Nah. Come on, Ibrahim. You can make it. Me and Zako want to play whilst we wait. He should be joining now, right? There you go. He's joined now. So, we can avoid that. But yeah, we'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so I believe that one of them's an Armaya player, right?
Yes, I need to see some more Narmaya plays in tournaments. Like, I was so upset when the last one I went to, they had banned Narmaya and Beelzebub. I was like, what do you mean? People had
really?
3 days to play. Yeah, they had banned them. I was like, that's not fair. People had 3 to 4 days.
Most of the online events are, like, saying... Because a lot of them are happening throughout the next week. They're just saying, we're letting, Vegeta and Sorius rock from day one. I was super hyped. I was gonna get a bunch of people from Hearts of Blazing. And we're gonna go and raid a Gibbs event with a bunch of Vegeta. But I'm commentating that event, and I completely forgot. So,
nice.
My Civ brain strikes again.
Oh boy.
Either way, hopefully we should be getting into the match now. Sorry about the delay for everyone on the stream, and for everyone in the tournament who this might be holding up. But, you know, people want to get on stream, that's fine.
Well, I know the people in the stream, they're okay. They're loving chilling there, listening to our amazing, funny banter back and forth. They love it. They love it.
Great banter, man. Great banter. Talking about how mismanaged the round 1 of the tournaments always are. Good times, good times. But here we go.
Here we go. Fairy versus Narmaya.
Fairy. Now, the thing is about Narmaya is that she suffers similarly to Percival in a lot of ways. But unlike Percival, she doesn't have a lot of, for lack of better words, bullshit. She doesn't have a lot of ways to enforce her own positive RPS. She has some great frame traps with 246M, 246H, but at the same time, those can actually be fuzzy OS pretty easily. So her only dirt is still pretty honest.
And right now we're seeing Fairy have some fantastic, phenomenal moves, being able to keep Narmaya out of the safe distance and being able to keep herself away from her.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
she's slowly but surely.
that's the name of the game for Fairy, isn't it, right at the end of the day? Just staying away, you know, playing keep out, and then the second that they get that hit, converting it into some nasty set play. And have you ever tried to anti-air a Fairy doing JH? That's not easy, man.
Oh no. Ooh, with the cross up. Good, good. Life leads are about almost similar with Namai having a slight ever so lead, but she's still trying to get in, trying to take her turn back.
I absolutely love
Like-
the Namaya weapon. Like, weapon 4 is so nice. It's one of the only weapons where I'd actually, like, consider grinding. It's got all the stars and stuff on it.
I'm
Hella
eventually
nice.
gonna have to grind that out myself
Ooh.
eventually.
Good reaction with the Expeto there.
Try to go for set play.
Ooh, almost actually ended up getting a air hit into the GG. But Namaya, you know, trying to jump in, doing a lot of air blocking to try and block, you know, air blockable Vepos, which is always a good thing to see.
Alright, with less than 15 seconds left on the clock, it is still anyone's game, both of them with a full Super Skybound special, so the next one to get cracked open could be it.
Yeah, I think Namaya has the health lead here, right? So that's why we're seeing them play so patiently. Oh, speaking of, will this ship them down low enough? It looks like it might. There you go. Damn.
Ooh.
You're definitely playing Russian roulette when you're looking down the barrel of a gun that's very in a chip kill position, you know?
Oh,
He has such
no.
great tools like Momo for forcing chip.
Well,
Hey, and I'm
another
sorry,
Namai player.
Zvid. I'll bring Zeta back in April, I promise.
Yeah, you definitely need to see more Zeta players. Like I honestly only got to see like 2 at the last event. At the last event I went to.
Europe's got lots. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh boy.
I don't think we have many in this event particularly though, but except aside from Zvid, Zvid's pretty good. Which hopefully we'll get to see him on stream towards the top 8, you know? Looking at you, Zvid. Oh, the names are in the wrong order. They even hopped on the wrong cabs. Let's go. There you go. Switch back over.
Alright, life leads are still about even with 60 seconds left on the clock. Fairy getting in some damage to keep her
Get
turn.
wall bounce.
Ooh.
Oh, doesn't get the full conversion though, but again, Fairy, even with a slight life lead, is in a good position. Speaking of, here we go. Seeing exchanges, getting a jump away there. Here's what I was talking about earlier. Momo really good at forcing chip, but damn.
Oh no, it
That's the
goes
stance
for
change.
the stance change. It gets hit by the special orb. Oof. You hate to see things like that happen.
They really do. Artist, there we go. 1-0. Going over to Ibran. Alright, so going into the next round, hopefully if we can see some adaptations from Nakiri, like, Namaya definitely does have the tools to get in, and she's actually the only character in the game that effectively has FD break, because we saw the stance switch there, right? If Namaya uses stance change, she can pretty much instantly cancel into block from sprint, which is something that no other character in the game has. Their only option is to special cancel, or to cancel into spot dodge or forward roll, which obviously is pretty unsafe compared to just FD breaking. Which means that she actually has some great options to try and get in. Alongside Stat Stash. A Stat Stash is actually really good, because you can do stuff like Stat Stash into your parry, which can actually catch fairies off guard if they're not going for 2M.
Oh, absolutely. And I thought it was the Maya sheet, like they still have the ability to come back into this. Like they're still playing a very solid game. I honestly feel as though at sometimes they're being a bit too aggressive. But speaking of aggressive, going in for the good old special, get some big damage in, finally taking her turn back, and is not an advantageous situation, locking Fairy down on the board.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, another thing to mention is that it is important to be patient against Fairy, and he has the life lead. He's been going for a lot of interesting conversions as well, where he does 2 for 6H and then uses instantly 214H to kind of do an approach after the knockback from the two, you know, from doing Misfiner, and gets like some meaty pressure. I've not seen that before.
And easily jabs her way out of the corner, letting her take home that game. Very nice, Namaya.
Yeah, could be seeing comeback now. Well,
Okay.
with that said, we've got some good pressure coming out here. Random DP. Bit of a flex. And that's a really interesting interaction there, right? Both of their fireballs are... If you were to put it in Dragon Ball terms, they're like beam property. They both beat regular projectiles, but as a result, they clash with one another.
Oh boy, it's not looking good. Fairy goes
Oh yeah,
in,
yeah,
takes her
underneath the
right back
50-50.
again.
Ends up living
Keeping
it though.
Jeremiah and just constant blocks out in that corner. Oof. There we go. Jeremiah fighting the way out.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. After the knockdowns, he's going for a lot of A stance, 214, to try and get some melee pressure going. It's really interesting. I don't see many Namais doing that.
Here we go, gets a jump in, he's able to convert after that, goes in with the EX dash.
EX dash into 2U, getting that knockdown. Life leads are really close here. Kadita doesn't end up converting fully there, but that could have been the round. One touch will do it for either player. Speaking of, no, we don't see it.
Oh no, no.
EX parry gets punished, and now we're at match point for Ibrahim.
I think they tried to read too hard there. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, or maybe she thought that she was in A stance, so that she could end with DP.
Oh, see, that you also gotta hate that. You forget what stance you're in, and then you go for an input that's not what you actually wanted.
Command dash into 236H. To catch Ferry off guard there. Doesn't get away with it this time though, getting caught by the 236H from Ferry.
Alright, watching for the block stun, okay.
Man, try to anti-air, but anti-airing Ferry is definitely hard.
Oh yeah, especially when you start throwing those familiars out, so it's kind of just like, I have to watch not just you, but also your little cat thingy thing on the floor as well. Great.
And the vine. Just sitting up there with your little vine whip hanging up there. You never know when she's going to drop down. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Almost converts off of Beppo from the throw.
But that still did some significant damage, and oof, like...
Taking the round.
Like, they definitely had my neck, 'cause I honestly thought they just threw it out there and was like, okay, this is gonna happen. But little did we know, as they're blocking the orb, he's just gonna come up, grab you, and then have you just get hit by the orb and get a few more hits in to clutch the end. To clutch the end.
Alright, GG's to both of the players on stream. Nice to see new players attending the event. Especially Unikiri. I've seen you looking for matches constantly in matchmaking, so... Give it a week, we could be seeing a very different player.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Alright, so next up is match
I have not heard the last.
Which is Cynical against Zeka. So Zeka is a classic, right? We've seen him in a bunch of events here. Again, always looking for matches. Any news on Iffy versus... Oh. No, that match is streamed. Alright, anyways. So, match I, we're going to be going over to those two. And I'm going to make sure I've got them correctly put into my scoreboard here.
Alright, alright. And how did you pronounce the other individual's name? You said Cynical and...
Cynica and Zeka. I could
Zeka,
be
okay.
mispronouncing it, but that's what I've always been calling it and never gotten called out on it, so...
I mean, if you think about it, it's just like, okay, so xylophone is still spelled with an X. So, I mean, the same property should apply here, so, okay, we got it, we got it.
Ah! Yeah.
Gotta love the English language and everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really jank stuff that ends up happening. Alright, so getting into this one, I believe it is Narmaya, and who did Cynical say they played? Matera, that was it! This is what I wanted to see!
Oh, boy.
So, we got Waifu Patrol going on right now, but Cynical is apparently a really good player from the Dutch community, who has been, according to Moss, rising quite a lot there. I believe the winner of this match actually faces Moss as well, so... Let's see if it's going to be Zeka, or Cynical.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, I know Cynical's not from the... Like, he's not Dutch, but he plays and attends events with the Dutch FGC.
And already we're seeing some fantastic set play from Matera as he gets the corner. Oh no.
You have to run forwards in those throw setups, man. But yeah, the one great thing about Matera is that all of her offense is basically safe jumps. It's kind of similar to Zeta in a lot of ways. They both play a kind of hit and run style in neutral, and then if they can get that pressure and conversions into corners, they have like safe jumps on pretty much everything so that they can fight characters with reversals really well. It's a really unique thing that they have, especially with butterflies from Matera. It can be really rough to deal with her offense, you know? Speaking of, great jumps, man. Love the hops.
Yeah, utilizing those hops phenomenally as once again gets in the corner, gets DP'd, but still has a phenomenal life lead. And I'm saying it's still going to be in Matera's game here. Oh, with the butterfly set play, and ooh, takes home the round. Jesus Christ, both of those matches were quick.
Yeah, showing just how quick Matera can end out rounds if she gets her offense running. I've always been saying this, but there are a few characters in this game, like Fairy, Matera, Zeta, etc., Very less so because she has some of the best normals in the game and a DP that act as glass cannons with not much access to great reversals. Again, Fairy, 7 frame, best reversal in the game. Let's ignore that one. But characters like Zeta, Matera, I love watching them play because they really do have to live on the edge.
Oh, good DP. Get
Yeah, great DP. Okay. See if we can make it matter though, because you're just kind of letting her get away here, which is exactly what she wants. The second she gets out, it's a chore, you know?
Letting Matera get away with a few too many things here, and Maria's definitely going to have to get a little bit on the offense. Ooh.
Rickster, the very down player in the chat right now. It's up there, Rickster. It's up there.
Ooh, trying to put that parry DP, and unfortunately was not the move.
A match point already, damn.
Cynical is just doing his due diligence here, folks. My goodness.
Yeah, I was told he was good, and he's not disappointing right now.
Not at all. Showing me some phenomenal Matera gameplay.
Matera far end, the stanky leg. Oh man, that button's so good.
Stanky leg. Alright, there we go. EX, okay.
It's a reset. Start stopping to pressure. After universal overhead, you're +1, but then if it gets blocked, you're -1. So it's like a really interesting RPS tool, IMO. Because if you're +1, you know, you get to run the standard offense, but if you're -1, they get to run the standard offense. But the standard offense in this game is brutal, you know? Low poke throw never felt so good.
Alright, life leads are about even here. Both of them with a full stick of butter. Goes in for the grab. Very nice.
Misses the meaty, damn. That's specifically a meaty setup with J214H with Namaya that beats out reversals.
Oh no, Namaya gets punished with that DP once more. Matera goes in for special. What can we see here?
Yeah, I didn't think so. If that was like one step closer, I think Namaya actually would have won that interaction. Sometimes it'd be like that though. And we are, when the matches are actually playing, we're blitzing through them right now. Holy hell.
We actually are. Like, I'm looking at the brackets right now, and things are just going through. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, again, after the first round, the Granblue community really runs itself, so it's great. It's great being surrounded by so many self-motivated people. Next match is going to be Match Q. Let's have a look. There is Match Q.
Match
Romp,
Q?
okay. Another match where someone requested to be on stream. Romper Stomp and Kingston. Kingston is from Italy. And Romper Stomp is from the UK, I believe. And I believe he's playing Luane right now.
Oh, wait, Luane? Yes! Please! Like, I know Luane is a joke character, but I still need at least 1 or 2 people that play this game to really, like, take Luane into tournament play, just to be like, so, I play this character, and I'm top 4.
Stream Puff, great player, plays Luane. Equinox was in top 3 last time, and he's a great Luane. Yes. We've got some great Luanes in Europe, for sure.
I'm expecting some amazing Luane tech tonight. Let's do that to get this. Oh my goodness.
Romp at Kingston.
Loving Romp at Kingston's name, by the way. These names are are immaculate.
He was an Axel player in Guilty Gear events, I believe. Yeah, a lot of players doing things fast, but also a lot of buys. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of unavoidable. This event in particular, with the bot being down, I think it was definitely going to happen that we're going to see some buys in the first round. But hopefully next week will be better, especially as the more that we push forwards, the more that we're going to get to, well, close to the 64-player cap, at which point I believe that people's slots will kind of be more valued, if you know what I mean. So there'll be more contention for the spots. At which point, hopefully, we'll see less buys. But either way, as we get through the rounds, we see less and less buys as it is, so. Oh, you can't find the room. I have to remake the room.
Oh, no, we can't find the room. Slight technical difficulties, folks. Oh, my goodness. But
I mean, I did kick him. Could have something to do with that.
Just a tiny bit, like a tad bit. Maybe.
Alright. Anyway, hopefully he can find the room now. Yeah, Equinox isn't in this bracket. We've got a lot of players who haven't quite made it this time around, who have made it to the other ones, but we have also got a bunch of players who typically don't attend the events, right? And that's great because as outreach starts getting more and more out there, we're seeing so many faces that I'm familiar with from other events attending this one, which makes each of them really interesting, and hopefully we don't have the same result as last time. Hopefully someone will beat the Fairy Down player.
We'll see, because as you said, as you continue to have these events, you're definitely going to get a lot more people to come through, especially what's going on now. And people need to get that fix. And as long as you can supply that fix for them, they gonna come.
Hey man, every week. And as for when our next GG tournament is, it's tomorrow. And we're at 15 attendees, which is pretty good for the Guilty Gear. Oh, they're on the wrong setup. Run. Don't you dare tell me they're in match on the wrong setup.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right. They are. This is gonna be tragic. If not, I'll actually have them redo their match. You know, coming in here, getting on the wrong machine.
Well, as long as I get to see some Lil Wayne games, I'm good. That's all I want. Like that's all I ever asked for in this game is to see Lil Wayne and
Catalina on the Bull. They were in a match, but you can join late.
Lancelot.
Alright, so yeah, Lancelot against Lil Wayne. Kingston came really close to taking the tournament away from Rickster last week. But not quite. Not quite. It was hella close, but Rickster is a pretty damn good player. Apparently his most hated matchups are Charlotta and Lancelot though, so I'm pretty sure he was happy about taking that one home. Note that going into the start of this round, we might actually see a little blip as it pulls us into live. But, with that said, what's your thoughts on this matchup? Aside from Lil Wayne's a joke.
I mean, okay, so I definitely believe, since I still know a bit about Lil Wayne, but I know a good amount about Lancelot, and Lil Wayne is definitely going to be in for a roller coaster of a ride, just trying to go up against Lancelot with everything that he has in his kit, and being able to low profile a lot of his abilities with Lancelot's fireballs, and not to mention just the amount of attacks that he can get once he gets you in the corner. It's pretty ridiculous, like right now.
Yeah, the thing is about low profiling the projectile is that whilst you can do it, it's so active that it's still a huge risk, especially if the Lancelot just kind of sits there and does nothing. On top of that, there is one nice thing that I'll say about this matchup in favor of Lil Wayne, and that is that his parry actually has a legitimate use as a counter against the rock paper scissors that comes out of Lancelot's wreckers. Because it can genuinely just smoke a couple of the options, making the RPS a little bit better for Lil Wayne, but it's still Lance. It's still really good pressure.
Like, I know we got a guy down here, 56K, that plays Lancelot, and he is just a phenomenal Lancelot player. I love it. Oh, and here we go. God Yugu, here we go. Does he know the tech? Do they know the tech? I mean, I'm assuming he knows the tech. Like, oh no, wait, he gets hit by fire. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, damn. That was close to being an unblockable setup there. No punish coming out on the Iggy cool, though. So, this is anyone's game at this point. Speaking of, wow, 2U beating out the Rust there. And wow, Romp taking the round, what a beast.
I honestly did not see him countering that EX Vanish from the Lancelot and getting that win. My goodness, Lil Wayne is showing us some phenomenal things here, folks.
Honestly, I really wasn't expecting to take that round. I was expecting Kingston to live out Yggdrasil, as he did, and then be big chillin', just win neutral, but Romp pretty showing just how good the 2U is from Lil Wayne. So again, showing just how great that 2U is, man. It's not quite Lance 2U, but it's pretty good.
Oh my goodness, just sit you right back down in the robot cat's face, taking all of that damage.
Yeah, really good air to air. I feel like Kingston's getting away with a lot of thrust in neutral, and right there, he actually had the opportunity to DP or spot dodge the parry follow-up for a pretty much guaranteed punish. There you go. There was the blip. I have no idea who won, but we'll have to see after this. Granblue spectator mode has some issues, especially when the players start on the wrong goddamn cab. There you go. Right there, you see, close medium into close medium is real for all of the beta characters. And
Jesus,
apart from, I think Fairy might even have it as well, but either way, it's real for all of them, which is something that the rest of the cast doesn't have. As it's just, an example of why they're the top 5 characters.
Right. Oh, goes in for special.
Yeah, this SBA doesn't hurt that much, but I think even regardless, yeah, it's gonna kill you.
Yep, that's it. Yep. His health pool was just low enough for that to finish him off, guaranteeing him that round.
Let's see if the boys can take a round back, though. Saw him do it last time.
I believe.
I mean, who do you even... I want to hear your predictions, chat, and the Shin. Who do you think actually won the last one? The mysterious end round that we didn't get to see.
I mean, honestly, I want to say Lil Wayne just because, like, I need because.
I need that fix, Wayne. I need to see Lil Wayne in top 8. Ah, there you go. Really the Lance anti-air confirms. Wow, drops it though. One thing that I will say is that Kingston and his Lance, he like very rarely drops confirm, so I was shocked to see that. Ooh, dead, right? Yeah.
The combo limit you can get with Lancelot is just holy gee, it's a spectacle to see. I won't even lie. Just to see those numbers continuously jump up on the screen. Oh my god.
We were wrong. Let's take the first one. All right, that's just pretty quick 2-0, but good stuff, Romp. You really held your own, and Kingston is an amazing player, so.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he might end up in top 8. Just saying.
He's still got the chance. Like, this is not over. This is double LM, so he's still got that shot to claw his way up from loser's bracket. Not a problem.
All right, so let's have a look then. We have match U is our next stream match, and who's that gonna be?
Match U. That is gonna be Akai
and Yuki, who's already in. It's beautiful.
I mean, like you already said, once it starts getting after that first round, the Granblue community just starts taking care of itself, and they're already just sitting there ready and waiting on us.
And this is going to be our final match from winners round 2, and then we're going to start moving towards the much faster rounds, assuming that the rest of the matches catch up. Let's have a look at how losers going. Any players who I wouldn't have expected to see down here? Mileman's a great player, but I think he might have suffered a... There's a potential that he suffered a bye because he was out playing CSGO.
Oh, no.
You know.
Outplay? Wait, what?
Online tournaments, you know? Sometimes the boys are sitting around playing CSGO when they've got a match scheduled.
They knew what time this started. Hello? Like, what?
Yeah, but, you know, happens.
No! Like, this is an online tournament. I feel as though if you, like, either get the buy or...
Time zones have changed, you know, daylight saving time. You've had troubles, you know? Everyone has trouble sometimes keeping up with the constantly changing clocks.
Because you definitely was telling... You told me the time started this maybe, like, 5 times, and I was still slightly late, because I couldn't remember the freaking time because of daylight saving.
Charlotte Zeta, let's go! This is going to be an awesome matchup.
Oh my goodness, you got someone who's literally plus on everything, and you got someone that has full screen lasers, and also...
Yeah, someone that's plus on everything, but can take risks on offense, versus a character that can keep that opposing character off you, and has OSs to deal with the risky stuff on offense. It's going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to this one, I can't lie. Because Zeta definitely has the tools to deal with Charlotta, and it's one of her only favorable matchups, believe it or not. But Charlotta definitely has the source, so...
Oh my goodness, Charlotta's just going with the EX sword flurry. Ooh, gets a nice air. Ooh, nice spot dodge from that universal. I'm liking that.
High top 6 Shadowverse. Let's go.
What? Okay.
Oh, great jumping using the stance there. A bit of an odd situation, but working out for sure. And now you have Charlotta in the corner, and this is exactly where you want her.
Absolutely.
Zeta really does have the buttons to keep Charlotta completely honest. Even to the point where Zeta's laser straight up beats Charlotta Super Ball. Like, it smokes it. Ooh, no conversion. It's super. That could have been dead. Some sloppy corner pressure coming out here, but one more touch for either player should do it. Yeah, for sure. Wow. It's not really a DP.
Well, my bad. Counter. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Her stance... If her stance was a DP, I don't think I'd have any reason to ever cry about Zeta. This champion character would be OD, but in a little scramble there, Kai takes it. Now it was very close, right?
I thought that was a double knockout. I was like, no way.
First hit of beam clashing with the medium. Oof. There you go. Now, Zeta, something that Zeta is definitely true for Zeta is that she has to kind of use all of the tools in her basket if she's going to be able to take out wins, especially against characters like Charlotta. And jump up spear is one of the best ones she has, you know. Really hard to react to it, and basically it makes every time that Zeta jumps a 50-50.
Oh my goodness, no. Alright, good bluff when Zeta clashes. Oh, and goes right for block a ball.
Yeah, into the corner. Right there, you see Zeta actually has OSs to deal with every single version of Demon stance. It's just basically fuzzy mashing or using a stance to do like a fuzzy guard against them. And you can smoke all of the options. So, a little bit of a knowledge check coming in there, but I will say that Yukonon's doing an amazing job right now at just playing Zeta lame. She really has 2 modes, right? She has lame, far M, far heavy, 2M, beam, spear, and then she has the pogo pressure in the corners, you know?
Yes. Speaking of the pogo pressure, oh my goodness, oof!
Pogo pressure taking the round. That was a high pogo as well, bouncing on the top of Charlotta's crown.
I feel like I'm watching Smash players play Toon Link and just sword planning on you for days.
There you go. Nice little sequence going there. Running him down with the Blanka Ball, though. Ooh, getting the demon flip. This is gonna hurt. Oh, doesn't end up hurting actually. A drop conversion now back to mid screen. That could be 70% in the corner, unironically.
Oh no. Oh no. Alright, shoot some lasers. What you got from me, Zeta? I believe.
You see these random jumps? They're not the worst thing in the world with Zeta, because again, each of those jumps is effectively a 50-50, but now you've got your ass in the corner. Oh, mashes out of the throw. Again, on Wake Up, you have 8 frames of throw invuln, so really you want to be going for tick throws. Get a meaty, get your plus frames, and then put them in a mix-up. We're going to throw you, go for the overhead, go for another low, we're going to mash, we're going to beat your reversal. So many options, man. That's why the offense in this game is so good.
Right. With less than 50 seconds left on the clock, Zeta definitely has that life lead right now, but wait a minute!
What a conversion! Charlotta stealing that round.
Oh no.
It's a robbery.
I'd be salty.
Which end do we get? Which end do we get? The good end. Let's go.
The good end? You're assuming that all of Charlotta's ends are bad, bad. Like, they're all good. What you mean?
Hey, I hate the one on the boxes.
That's the most adorable one. That literally shows her overall personality.
I love her little smug face. That's so much better. A little smug pose. Her falling over on some boxes. Nah. I'll pass it. I'll pass it.
Come on. But I'll give you the nice smug face has its own allure, especially after a win like that. She's like, yeah, I just stole that match from you. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, exactly. You're taller than me, but I still took that round though. Now, getting right back into it, the last round was really exciting. And as I was talking about earlier, with the baser offense of this game being so good, Charlotta has so many ways to enforce her own plus frames. Like, every block string, she can go into hands, and hands is +4 on block.
I just can't believe how plus that is. Like, I see people doing it all the time, and it's like, come on now. That's not fair. Like, why is that a thing? Oh my goodness, speaking of a thing, we got Zeta, got Charlotta.
Got corner pressure. Nah, damn it. You can make it every single one of those spears a safe jump, but only on low pogo, and at the moment, Yuki's actually been getting a lot of high pogos, which is not quite what you want, you know? Because you have to really get the safe jump timing right with a delayed jump or a super jump to get those slow pogos, but then every single one of them is a safe jump, and you have to guess high-low. It's pretty messed up.
Oof. Even more so playing through an internet connection. Oh my god.
Yo, beautiful anti-air. This is exactly pretty much how this matchup goes. Charlotta has a really hard time getting in, but when she does get in, it's Zeta on defense. Going for the demon flip into the throw again. Big damage even without supers, man.
Some phenomenal, some amazing plays from Charlotta, but Yukina is maybe down, but he's definitely not out.
Yeah, definitely not. Again, after every spear touches you as well, it's kind of a 50-50. Some characters can get guaranteed punishes if they just block and wait for them to retreat. But in that case, Zeta can even just do nothing. She can just stop.
Finishes it with that third EX Beast tackle. Let's go.
It's really like a pseudo Lance Wrecker. It's the easiest way to describe it, honestly. But a little bit worse, because again, certain characters can't just get a guaranteed punish when she retreats with the spear. But wow, Charlotta gets taken all the way to the corner, but then instantly does a reversal to her. Keep Yuki honest. It was a delayed reversal as well, though, so both reading each other pretty hard.
That one universal that Charlotte has. Oh boy, but you know, everyone gets one. It's one. He blocked everything else so far. Ooh, with the hands.
Wow, the reset, getting the throw again. And the one thing you really don't want to be doing against Charlotta is standing. If you don't know the OSs, if you don't know how to like fuzzy mash or do stance fuzzy guard against it, you just don't want to stand, because that throw, that hurts, man. That's 70%.
It does. That's actually painful to watch and to live through. Oh, very nice air grab, baiting that out. Oof.
And yeah, T-Ben is coming in the chat letting us know that you can fuzzy guard Zeta's high-low with low pogo. And I've done it myself, you know. I've learned it, but it's not the easiest thing to do. Especially when Zeta can go like fast fall into throw and stuff like that. It's not like you can just fuzzy guard and you're out, you know. Ooh, great air throw. Oof. Then get back in that corner. I'd say you could leave. Ooh, wow, no!
And then with the Blanca ball, my goodness.
Doesn't get the 2U conversion though, so now Zeta's free. But dealing with Charlotta jumps is hard, man. Charlotta's jump angle with that JL. Oof.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, anti-airs with the 5U. You're at chip point now though, so you can't even take up.
Oh boy, desperation super going on.
Yeah, no, it's not even a desperation super. Charlotta has like a little gap there if she decides to go for the M version of hands. And he called that out with super, which is like the only way to not die to hands on chip point. So, really, really good decision there, and quite a poor decision from Akai not to just end it with light hands there, because that's a true block string. He could have just chipped her out right there.
My goodness, Yukino finding his protagonist armor and coming out in the end with that win. Let's go.
Oh, there you go. Into the corner. Wait! Charlotta with the micro walk out of the corner to put Zeta right back there. There you go. High pogo. There's definitely ways to fuzzy mash out of that.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Zeta's getting the ball rolling here.
Those characters are super. Charlotta has to work her way in. Thanks for the follow, my guy.
Oh, no. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It's definitely not looking good for Charlotta right now. It's not the position he wants to be in.
You can't take any
all those lasers.
Yeah, you can't take any chip, otherwise you're gonna end up dying. But +4. Yeah, it's the throw. This could be dead.
Ooh, gets the
that is gonna
goes
be dead.
special.
Wait, that could be dead. Oh my god, Charlotta damage is super. He didn't even optimize at all. That could still be dead.
No, like
no way! Akai stealing yet another round.
Oh my god. I'd be salty. No.
Stupidly easy confirm, man. Holy hell.
Pog. Oh my goodness, yo.
Yukino getting robbed twice all the way down to loser's bracket. Hopefully we'll be able to see them later on. That's some shit. This is why day one everyone was losing their minds, man.
Yo, and to add insult to injury, each time Charlotta had the good, quote-unquote, good exited outro with the smug face. Like, yeah. I just stole that for the second time.
The second time. Not once, but twice. Oh my lord, that isn't even beta privilege, man. That isn't even beta privilege. You just can't get hit by that demon flip, man. If you get hit by demon flip throw, you're gonna die.
It's asinine. Like, what?
I mean, yeah, but again, you shouldn't get hit by the throw. Just don't get hit, forehead.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, you're definitely not wrong. Just don't get hit.
Just don't get hit. Alright, so AF. We now have David Serlin's chess and Rickster. Rickster, again, one of the real contenders for this. So, hopefully we can see, again, David Serlin's chess. I'm just going to put... oh, whatever. I'll put the full thing.
Okay.
Why not? Why not? Rickster...
My goodness, like, seeing Charlotta players over where I'm at, it's always a joy, but after seeing something like that, I don't know, I definitely got to start thinking twice about Charlotta players around here now, because that was downright dirty. Like,
yeah.
Like, the disrespect that I just saw right then and there was just like, oh, so if you don't counter my demon flip, I most likely have a chance to hit you for like 40% of your health, right then and there. So, good luck with this, and you better hope and pray that you're not close to death, because,
I mean, regardless if you're close to death, you're looking at 70% confirms, no lie. Unironically, 70%. She gets it from doing the throw into 5 heavy, into Blanca Ball, into 5 heavy, into super. That's it. Like, 6 buttons. And you die.
Like just six buttons
Go ahead,
and you die. Holy jeez.
Yeah, which is why, again, you really don't want to get hit, and there definitely are ways to deal with that sort of offense, but in particular, just don't stand up. If you're not looking at, oh wow, another Zeta. Awesome. But yeah, if you're looking for an easy way to not die like that, just don't stand up against Demon Flip. The worst thing that will happen is you'll take the overhead, and you'll get a knockdown, right?
Right, yeah.
If you can deal with that, you can't deal with 70% HP combos.
You can't. That true words cannot have never been said. You can't. You're right. You're right.
But first time we're actually getting to see David Serlin's chess in the event, and it's a Zeta, so that's hype. I know especially that Rickster has been having some problems against Ferry. Players like Mick giving him problem on the ranked ladder and in tournament. So, hopefully, we can see... There we go. Anti-air confirm. We're going to see a combo? Nah.
Oh, no. But I mean, that was some nice play to get
that confirm only works if they're directly above you when you anti-air. So, it can be hard to recognize sometimes. But, you lose the 50-50. Now you're in the corner. Oh, never mind. Going for the second GG. Yeah, throw confirms because I'm Ferry.
Sweet.
That's dead.
Here we go. Oh, no. What am I seeing here?
Ferry.
How... Oh my god, like I knew Ferry had like some phenomenal set play, but what I just saw, like able to get that second set play again after the throw confirm, come on. Yo.
I mean, it's not even a set play after the throw confirm, bro. After the throw confirm, you're just dead.
Like, oh my goodness, I know I have some good fairy players over here, but that's the first time I've seen that in all honesty. So
Yeah.
I was like,
EU
my
fairies,
guys
man.
over here need to step it up. My guys over here need to step it up. Holy jeez.
2U whiffing there, doesn't end up getting the knockdown, but this is still a really bad position to be in, and yeah, you're not going to get away with that against Rixer.
Oh no.
And he's dead.
Oh, here we go with the Unius install here, and here we go with the flawless victory.
Yeah, there you go, straight up. But I will say that this can turn around just like that if David Chess is willing to just take those risks on offense, because if you get in on Rixter, he's great on defense, just saying, he is great on defense, but he crumbles underneath corner Pogo. He doesn't really grasp the fuzzy blocking on the Pogos, low Pogos, and he's personally, you know, he's out there getting smoked by his training mode bot. There we go, speaking of, every single time he jumps, it's kind of like a mix-up, you know? And that's one thing that really gets in Rix's head.
Oh no, just catches her trying to backdash out of there, was able to keep the blocks up going. Not too bad, not too bad.
Good pressure coming out here, keeping it relatively safe. Nah, speaking of, the second I say that, keeping it relatively unsafe, but... Oh, nice little anti-air confirm, taking Ferry all the way to the corner. We're gonna... There it is.
Okay.
That's the other thing that Rixer struggles with, right? He comes from Street Fighter, so he's used to doing throw OSs in the corner, but that gets him smoked by Universal Overhead when he shouldn't be.
Oh no.
Can't be a backdash against Ferry with 2-3-6-8 shot. Yeah.
Again with the Universal, once again, gets the nice convert from that, and ooh, gets
Like
the
we're
down.
saying, though, you know? You can come back. Get that Zeta offense running. You can do this, man.
Oh yeah, it's definitely starting to come through and reach some fruition here.
Bad spear. And it commits too hard, so now you're going to eat the RPS, gets hit by the overhead, and is now going to be taken right to that corner.
Oh no, okay, I believe Zeta, you got this, I got this.
Empty spear. The one thing about that's a bit scary for Zeta as well is that if you try and retreat with spear, you can get like guaranteed punished by Ferry's 2-3-6-H, which obviously leads to you getting pulled in, taking a 50-50. Speaking of, you're dead.
No.
Sorry about that. There's GG at your feet, and you weren't blocking, so bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
They were at first, like, yo! At least it looked like they were at first. Like, they blocked one hit, and all of a sudden they just took all the hits done damage from the familiar.
They were maybe trying to jump out of GG, now that it had landed. In this brief gap that it had, but then got caught. I'm not 100% sure. Low Pogo. Damn. Blocks it. Mashes out the UOH. Nice.
There we go.
And it's Ferry, so this is your corner now. Hold this.
There it goes again. GG just sitting on the ground waiting for him.
Hey, Moss, thanks for the host. I appreciate it, man.
Zeta is just trying their best to get out of the corner, but getting just beat up by GG. Tries to go for the throw option, but gets attacked. Very nice.
Gets hit by the most bullshit 2U in the game.
Oh boy, here we go. Reverse beat time. Oh no.
Yeah, can you take the anime mix-ups, or can you run your own offense to not have to deal with them? Gets hit by the EX Beppo. One more mix-up. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Jesus, there you go. Doesn't have to deal with anime mix-ups. But now you have to deal with Ferry, so, you know, still not fun.
Oh god, no, with 45 seconds, I'm sorry, yeah, 40 seconds left on the clock, my goodness, Zeta has to get in there, like, they have no choice, pretty much playing in Fairy's, giving all the cards to Fairy, essentially, folks.
Yeah, there you go. Second you run forwards, getting hit by the low. Rix's taking a 2-0, but good showing from David Chess. Hopefully he can come back on the loser's bracket, because I want to see more Zeta.
Like, yes, it was 2-0, but it definitely wasn't a complete and utter wash. Like, Zeta was definitely showing us some phenomenal moves there.
For sure. I don't even remember. Who else do we have on stream now? Because basically I memorized up until this point. AC. AC being Stream Puff against Kingston, so... You know you want... Wow, that's another Luane into Kingston. But yeah, you know you said you wanted to see some good Luane.
I did want to see some good Luane, so I'm thankful. Like, every single time I ask for Lil Wayne in tournament, people just look at me like, why would we want to put Lil Wayne in tournament? Like, Lil Wayne is a joke character. And I'm like, I get that, but I mean, how much more bragging rights could you have if you say, yeah, I made top 4 with Lil Wayne in a Granblue tournament, fight me.
Yeah, I mean, day one, I feel like Lil Wayne made a lot of enemies. You know, same with Charlotta and Matera. They all made a lot of enemies. But hopefully, their reputation can start to be soured a little bit, and hopefully, Arc System Works weren't sitting there watching all these tournaments saying, it seems like people want Lil Wayne nerfed, and they've just ran with that. because that would crush a lot of people's dreams, including my own.
Oh no. Oh
You know,
no.
leave the man alone. Give him some real moves.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, just have people play more Lil Wayne. Like, give him he doesn't need a nerf. Give him a slight buff. He'll be alright. I think the only issue that people were complaining about Lil Wayne day one was that people were coming up with an unblockable with his boys. And I'm like, I mean,
there are ways to deal with that. You can fuzzy,
Right.
you can fuzzy guard it, which is hard as hell. But you can also elect to spot dodge it. But then it becomes fighting games, and that's the beauty of a lot of Lil Wayne stuff, right? Even once you've labbed it and figured out the nuances to all of his stuff, he can adjust timings and make it fighting games, guessing games. But round start, Kingston getting the offense going.
Alright, first blood from Lancelot. Already got Lil Wayne locked down in the corner and just keeps converting. My
Again,
God.
this is it. You'll literally always see him get these conversions, man. Honestly, I haven't seen a Lancelot with better conversions than him in any of the events that I've ran so far.
Oh my goodness.
Lance offense.
Oofa.
Top tier versus low tier, you know? But if anyone can make it work, it's Streampuff. Streampuff's a brilliant low-end player.
He's able to get the first blood this time, so there's definitely some light at the end of this tunnel here. So I believe. What you got for me?
Damn, jumping over the frost. Lewin has some really weird positives, like having the best backwards run speed in the game. It kind of supports his playstyle as well, though, where, you know, he runs back, he tries to eat and uses summons. But he does suffer from having two of his specials be summons, one being a useless parry, and having no super that he can just, you know, drop for some damage. Ooh, great air throw, though. Now we're seeing, again, Streampuff has a great control and understanding of neutral.
Oh yeah, he's getting it now as he's relentlessly just getting Lancelot into the corner. Wait a minute, commentator's curse as Lancelot fights his way back out, and now the tables are turned.
For sure. I mean, can you hold this mix-up is really the thing that's got to be said here. Gets the air throw. But even if, because, you know, Lance doesn't have damage. So assuming that Streampuff doesn't jump, at some point you're going to get a hit, and then he's going to get an Yggdrasil call. And how are you going to be able to deal with that little health? We saw how we dealt with Romps earlier, right? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, goes for EX Barry to try and take his turn back. That's risky, though. Because, again, Kingston just can spot dodge or use his own DP after the parry connects. Which, you know, just another example of Lil Wayne having a very non-functioning kit.
Alright, seeing some better defense here from Lil Wayne as he fights his way out of the corner, just slips on out of there, but then gets himself almost right back in there. Oh,
yeah, he whiffs awesome sauce, but wow, great throw tech. Bam.
Oh no, and just with the vanishment, goes in for special. My goodness.
Is that dead? Yeah, that's dead. Rip.
That's dead. That's dead. That's ripperoni pepperoni, folks.
And that sucks. Kingston taking it, but that was a hella close round. We're going to see who can actually take the match going forwards there.
Oof, man. Lancelot out here doing people dirty. Yo.
People out in the chat divvying up who they're going to be playing afterwards. One's going to get the loser and one's going to get the winner. Who are you guys looking for, Zavid?
And be honest.
You're looking for a Lance, you're looking for a Lil Wayne. Because, you know, one of them's top tier and one of them's low tier. Both of them are annoying as hell, but both of them have that annoying source, you know. Oh. Getting counter hit by the Universal Overhead. Doesn't convert, though. Always complimenting Kingston's conversions, but... Ah, that's it.
Speaking of conversions, here
Round
we go.
down. Match point. You think you can handle both? The confidence.
Here we go, Lil Wayne. Can you come back from this huge deficit right now? I believe you might have something here. I say this as Lil Wayne just continues to take damage. But wait a minute, with those nice 2 Ls. Okay.
GG's Nakiri. Unfortunate. Hope to see you in the next one. And always feel free to use the matchmaking channels to find some practice during the week. We'll give you a primer. We'll get you ready. We'll get you taking some names next stream.
Okay.
The Ferry Down players out here complaining about Lance for us.
Lance? Really?
I mean, it's pretty good. It does kind of just Unger its way in full screen. And, you know, it's safe when doing so.
Speaking of Uga and its way in, we got Kami-sama coming through. What we got?
Yeah, it's kind of a desperation call, though. And as long as Kingston keeps himself on relatively high health. Again, he does have, like, basically, it's kind of like a resource check. Where, as long as you have the health to take the chip, you really shouldn't be getting opened up by Yggdrasil, and yeah, there you go.
Oh, no.
Kingston sending Streampuff to losers. This has happened before. He's probably not going to be happy about this one. But, you know, Kingston, great player. It's no surprise to me. Like I said, I kind of expect him in the top 8, which we're getting close to now, right? Taking a look at the bracket.
People in stream chat, finally an Italian that can beat Stream Puff. Oh no.
Yeah, that's Pink. He's our TA. How the hell have we ended up on this event? Righty, so having a little look at it. Winners quarters onwards. Let's see, are we getting close towards BX? We are not. Okay, so we're going to be going straight into winners quarterfinals. Okay, which match should we take from there first? Go to Rao, Demito. Mix is cynical. Alright, yeah, we're just going to go Rao, Demito. Now, Demito is a Ladiva player, which is the first one that we're getting to see this event.
Whoa, Lastiva, let's go. Honestly, don't get to see too many of those, and I can understand why, because it's really hard to get Lastiva's game plan really off the floor, because it only matters if you get the opponent in the corner to really have her shine. But I mean, if you can't do that,
you don't even need to get them into the corner. She has great RPS mid-screen and some of the best corner carry in the game, especially on counter hit anti-airs. It's kind of like watching Catalina or Gran get a counter hit anti-air, and they all have great 2Hs. Lastiva, I believe, has the second best, just behind Gran. I think you could argue between which one of those is better, but they're both really good. Really fast, really great hitbox, hurtbox, really great conversions from mid-screen and in corner. So. Either way, great character. I feel like, especially if these top characters get brought down a little bit, it's gonna be Ladiva, man. Ladiva's gonna shine so much. She struggles from having relatively poor defense, but, you know, when that offense gets going,
oof, the damage just ensues.
I mean, Ladiva touches you with anything, and you're just sitting there shaking in your boots, you know?
Shaking and just crying. That's all you get. That's all you can really do once the
you gotta just hope. Going. But similarly, the second Gran touches you or is on the screen, you're shaking, wondering, what the hell do I do? It's kind of like rolling the dice. But again, if Ladiva, it's not like the Fairy matchup or the Zeta matchup or something like that, where if Ladiva gets one touch, she gets to run away with the game. You still have to deal with Rao having great access to reversal tools like Grand DP. It can really mess with your RPS. Speaking of, straight to the corner with Ladiva. And Ladiva really struggles to deal with all of the safe but plus buttons that Gran can throw out. This could be a death sentence. EPs instead of having to deal with the anti-air?
Not yet. Oh, no, because all his cooldowns definitely just game off of cooldowns, so he has his entire full arsenal there. But,
7 golden letters. Right, hopefully Ladiva can get in this time. All we need to see, going for the EX Lariat at the start of the round, you know, trying to force his way in, but that shit gets stuck, you're gonna eat a full punish.
Yep, and Gran knows that, and just keeping Lastiva in the corner. Oh, what the cross-up rollout, and here we go. Getting the ball rolling here, and we're going to see some damage to start to begin to unfold.
That's why you do tick throws, you know? They don't just get away from the throw. Is this dead? It's Gran. Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, that's... Oof.
Oh, damn.
The cross-up of that JU is wild. Oh my goodness. Like, holy shit, it's so good.
Yeah, honestly, but both of them have great jump-ins. Like, again, similarly, they both have great anti-air, and they both have great jump-ins. With Ladiva Jump H, I believe it is, or the Jump U, the one that's like Zangief, and Gran's JU. So good. They're both such good jump-ins, and they both have cross-up hitboxes, and they both give you plus frames, and good conversions. But, looking like Ladiva has a much better chance in neutral here. Going for double headbutt. Hasn't got a single throw-out so far, though. What we really want to be seeing, you know. Oh, wow. Whiff it doesn't get punished for Whiff Lariat. Ooh, good stagger.
Here we go. Ooh, the EX headbutts putting Gran in the corner. Just get in there.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Was it close enough? Or was he still in blocks? I have no clue. Either way, doesn't end up getting it. Whiffing yet another Lariat. Gran going for the duel of the gods.
Jeez.
There you go. Resets into throw. Nice. What we want to be seeing.
With that 360 pile driver. Woofa.
Battle 2. Engage.
Alright, let's see if he can do it again. Because Demito is another player who's been around on the server for quite a long time now. And I'd love to see him take a game from the Gran. Always love to see people take games from Gran, but if it's one of our very own. There you go. Frame traps are close, and you're going to get Big combo. Go for the reset then. The pressure. Doesn't want to spend that DP cooldown because you do need that against the D.Va. Ooh, EX SPD.
EX version.
One more touch.
Oh, God. Oh boy, but Grand's
Should
at
be
low
dead.
life.
There we go, Demito.
Oh my goodness. Coming in clutch. Ooh.
I'm not sure if that super was like a failed buffer or if he was just letting it rip, hoping for the best. Ooh, gets to block the X Lariat. But again, Grand just eats those plus frames, says, what about him? Takes his turn back.
Gets some heals headbutts, but there's no avail. Okay. Ooh, what's the layer once more, and just Grand just
Not punishing
feeding
it.
these low attacks.
Grand really isn't punishing the with Lariats though, which is a little bit surprising because Rao's definitely a great player. Go for the safe jump there. Ooh, counter hit 5U. This does so much damage. You're dead. You're dead. No, he's alive. Come on, Demito. No, the spot dodge getting punished by the 2 hits of the boot.
And, ooh, the boot. That's dead ass. Just, straight from New York.
Yeah, counter hit 5U. Really getting away with murder here. Counter hit 5U is so good. The fact that it wall bounces like this.
Oh my goodness.
Man, what the hell?
Oh my goodness, that low JU. It's just so active. Help me.
There you go. Demito taking his turn back. Can he make it count? One more touch will do it. Ooh, gets the low. Takes the plus frames. Wow, mashes out there. After the 30x headbutt, you actually are minus. So it's kind of impressive that he managed to get the mash there, but there you go. Grand taking it to a... Well, no, 2-1, never mind.
That DP on wake up. Oh boy.
And again, Rao is definitely a player who I'm expecting to see in the top 3. So hopefully Demito can come back from losers as well. We've got a lot of great players in losers at this point. Taking a little look down there. Because in losers I want to stream BV and BX.
Right.
So that isn't ready yet, so we're going to keep on doing the top side. We're going to go over to Nichijong and Akai. Real quick. Who do you guys think's going to win the tournament? I'm going to post the bracket. You guys want to give me your predictions in the chat? Because this one really could go anywhere.
Yes, give us those predictions, folks, because as I said before, this bracket is stacked, and we still have some lot of good players that have been knocked down in the losers that can fight their way back up. So let's see. Okay, we got some people going for Rixta. Okay, a crowd favorite.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. Mystic Smash is another UK player along with Rixta, so makes sense, you know. Got to rep the real ones, the people who are in the UK. We've got quite a lot of UK players in this event at the moment, and a lot of UK players generally playing Granblue. It's been awesome. Really has been. When's April patch? Good question, Dimitori. Good job, man.
When's April patch?
Fast top tier. Oh, you're winning today. Okay, Benners. I'll hold you to that. Okay, yeah, Cynical, let's go. That's another good prediction. I'd love to see Matera take the win. Well, now, Nikachong's here.
I low-key hope for that too, because that'll be the first time I would see a Matera actually take home a tournament win. So that'd be...
again, in the US, day 1, I feel like there was 3 separate events that Matera took home. I'm pretty sure there was a top 8 that was actually just Matera.
Ew, that sounds so toxic.
Yeah, there was a reason why everyone was getting salty about it day 1. I on the wrong team, but don't worry, I caught it nice and early for your stream. Swap them back over.
There we go. Alright, we gotta vote for Kingston. Okay.
Kingston wins. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Kingston has quite a lot of... Like, the first time that he was in the event, I'm pretty sure they had a bunch of people. But nothing will top... what was he called? I forget his name, but either way, in the XR events, like, 5 or 6 cheerleaders turned up and just chanting for him to win. That was it. It was Rioli. And he was playing Raven. And he had a bunch of goons just turning up in the chat, showing some love. I love that. It was cute.
Alright, speaking of showing some love, folks, everyone in chat, show some love. Again, Fairy and Charlotta, here we go.
2 beta characters, so 2 strong characters.
2 beta privileged characters. Let's get it, folks.
Lots of mix-up. Wow, just uses a parry there to get out of that. Interesting. I wonder how the parry interacts with GG. I'm guessing what we saw there was activating off of GG because
Yep.
Harry was in forward roll. But right there is a 50-50 off of light GG. Ah, yeah, full screen, my bad, my bad. There you go. Uses the medium hands there, which gives her Charlotta +1. But at the cost of that, you have to leave a gap. But getting smoked by GG in the corner now. Take the anime mix-ups. Overhead into low. Bam.
With the overhead attack. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Battle 2. Engage.
It is full screen pink. What are you on about?
Alright, here we go, Charlotte. I'm getting the ball rolling on her off the offense. Getting that
Yeah,
pressure.
you're not going to be able to do demon flip, man.
Just eats that DP. Ah.
Yeah, Mystic Smash. Literally, the top 5 characters are the beta characters. Because they all have universal tools, like a lack of recovery on their buttons. They all have, and because of the lack of recovery on their buttons, they have close, medium, close, medium. Their supers are awkward to punish. Their neutral tools are a little bit abusive. Some of their buttons are a little bit abusive, except Fairy to you.
Except Fairy to you. Oh boy.
Speaking of...
Oh boy, here we go. EX blockable. Ooh, special blockable. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, you could have actually cancelled your run into spot dodge there as Fairy to not eat that super and get a guaranteed punish, but, you know, it's not always easy to react, and you respond with a, you know, panic super of your own. Both of them hit.
Expecting someone to react to something like that through the internet, I think that's asking. That's a tiny bit too much. Just
I don't know, man. I've seen it. You know, people have raised my expectations. Ooh, not quite enough. One more touch is going to do it, though.
That one touch. Both of them in chip damage range. Oh my goodness. Ooh, and then of course, just being Fairy and doing Fairy things just beats her out with just that chain Belmont whip. Here we go.
At the same time, though, Charlotta does actually have some great buttons to whiff punish whips like that. She has, obviously, her DPs that you just can use skill button for. She also has 2H, which is really good for whiff punishing Fairy and beating out her extended hurt boxes on them whips. But Charlotta in the corner, this is not what she wants to be.
Oh, that hit stun. Here we go.
That's what dodge. You really have to be respectful. It's kind of a situation where it's rather you know the RPS or you don't, and if you don't know the RPS, just be respectful and guess high-low.
Ooh, and good DP to get yourself out of the corner from the Uni's install and GG. My goodness, and now Charlotta is back on the offensive.
Nice. Taking turn back with Demon Flip. That's exactly what we see, because now he's timed out all of that install, and Fairy has no supers to work with.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt. This is not looking too good for Fairy. Like, she does have the life lead right now, but it is still in fact Charlotta, folks.
Pulling out the gap between the jump in and the button afterwards. There you go. See it? No recovery on that blanket ball. Gets in for free. Can he make it count though? -1. Gets blankable, but again on block there is some recovery. But Fairy typically kind of struggles, but she can get guaranteed punishes with Fire Owl on a couple of them. But, you know, she doesn't get much from that. Ooh, nice. Good counter hit. And again,
oh my goodness,
using 2U as a kind of escape tool for that. I've never seen that before. How did you change your Discord background? I'll be sure to tell you after the event. Throw me a DM. I'll look at it afterwards. And I'll walk you through it. But pretty much just better Discord. And a theme.
Oh, very nice. Countering the GG once again, putting Charlotta back on the offensive with the hands. Goes in with a few overheads. Oof, okay.
Look at him go. Now, this matchup is really interesting because if Charlotta can get in, she has the tools to get in with the best run speed in the game, a really nice jump angle, the best JL in the game as well, and obviously you can just whip flankables like we've seen in the past, but if you can't get in, you can't run your offense, and you know, even if you do have the tools to get in, it's still Fairy.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it's just still Fairy. Like,
it's a gentleman's agreement, though. You know, if you whiff grab in neutral, the opponent then has to do the same. Wow, calling out the minus with super. That's it. Wow. That's the round.
My goodness, are we going to see Charlotta steal another match again?
I don't know if that's not a robbery. That's just keeping them on their toes. You know, that was a really good call out. Again, showing that even if I am minus here, even if you can go for those punishes, still an RPS. And yeah, it is wrong, but I've explained how it's wrong. Again, Nikiri, it's better Discord. Just send me a DM, I'll walk you through it after the stream. There you go. Just using the whip, getting all the way back to mid-screen, but Charlotta with that great run speed, just running you back down. Good conversion into the corner. Universal overhead gets blocked. Damn, you can't mash after that. You're -1.
Can't, and Charlotte's able to fight her way back out, resetting neutral once again. Oh, side
Nah.
swap. Ooh.
I gotta say, the fact that the ferry is still going for the, the forward roll there, when a lot of the time Charlotta has just straight up responded with this parry that's smoking that. I don't know how I feel about that one. Makes me feel away, that's for sure. Ooh, taking the turn with light demon flip into light, and then going for the throw afterwards and takes the round.
Oh,
1-1.
goodness.
Akai's really solid, man. I've never seen him play until now. It's a pleasant surprise.
He's definitely doing his due diligence here. Just, oh, there we go, the box one. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, bro.
Believe in victory. Battle.
Yeah, I personally
Engage.
haven't seen Akai play before, but he's really showing that he has the conversions. He knows how to navigate in neutral.
Right,
He takes a
right.
few risks of demon flip, but it worked out really well earlier on. And he's been getting away with it relatively well, but Nikajong is no joke either. Getting really good Beppos and controlling neutral really well, because it is hard to keep Charlotta out. Those little rat legs, those little rat jumps.
Those little rat jumps. Oh, the disrespect. The
Yeah.
disrespect.
At this point, though, every single time that Charlotta's done demon flip, it's been demon flip into light, and then off of the plus frames, gone for throw. So
Right,
you've
right,
already
right.
got to start adapting at this point. Nice! Off of the... Ooh.
Here we go with the special.
But you know, you're one touch. So after this, you've really got to make Soka count.
Yes, we got some big damage coming here, but Fairies definitely has to be careful. Oh my goodness, like not even just one touch, even in chip range right now.
Now you got to get in. Whips on cooldown, but... There you go, nice.
Oh my god. Oh no. No. Just completely
Beppo's...
caught up that
Yeah.
DP.
Beppo's not a very good horizontal DP.
Battle 2. Engage.
You've really got to use that for anti-air and, when they're directly on top of you. But, match point, this is really hype at this point, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, Tuyu goes for a safe jump with Demon Flip there, bit weird. But, again, Fairy just declaring, this isn't my corner, you hold this. Cancelling out of the far heavy, yeah, into far light. Ooh.
Watch out for GG, watch out for GG. Good, good. He said, get me out of there. Get me away from this familiar.
A guy had the right idea there, jumping, calling out the jump L from Fairy, but doesn't press a button, so ends up falling right back into the GG mix-up.
Spider-Man swing, getting himself out of the corner. Now get yourself in there. Okay, that's, normal Fairy tech. Fairy strats, all day, every day.
Both of them waiting for a button to whiff punish. There you go. 2M beating out the far light that time. They're understanding and reacting to each other really well. Actually, a very nice match to watch.
Oh, there we go. Gets the nice low.
Great conversion, though. That was insane. Responding from the 2U must have already been buffering Sufa. Gets it, and now we're at true match point. Whoever takes this round wins.
There we go. Oh boy, oh boy.
Nobody could call this one. Oh, damn, is that right, Savid? I mean, it is what it is. It's not that bad, Savid. But we both have PS4s, right? So.
I mean, it happens. I'm just waiting for Zoe to come out in April. So, late April. So I'm gonna have that.
Should be about the 24th, based on everything that we've seen. But again, PC might get a delay if it's anything like what's happening this time.
Oh no. Here we go. Charlotte on the offensive here. Going back and forth. Neutral's been reset. Still trying to fight their way in. Fairy still having the advantageous assault with just how long her whip can be. And Charlotte having a very short light leap. And with that, Fairy takes that win.
Really, really solid. Again, can't discount Akai there, though. Really solid play coming out from his Charlotta as well.
Oh, absolutely. He was definitely showing some phenomenal moves here. I was loving that.
Yeah, my favorite match so far. Righty, let's go and have a look at the bracket then. Do we have BV? We do have BV. We're going to be seeing Demito and Maoman again, the player who was playing CSGO. He's a grand player, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to you.
The player who was playing CSGO.
We're going to go down to losers real quick. Try and get them nice and up to date. Alright, so that's Demito. Maoman. So whilst we wait for them to get into here, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the bracket. Let's go and have a look at losers in particular. See who we got here.
Yeah, what we got?
Yukinon, Sail. Don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to call it Kisaragi.
Kisaragi?
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and call it Kisaragi. That's easier. Stream Puff.
Maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I know they're from ATC though, so shout outs, but I'm just going to call you Kisaragi. Stream Puff and Teleporno, great players. Yukinon, Kisaragi. I don't actually know who Kisaragi plays yet. I should do, because I believe I've seen them play, but I don't remember. And then Benner's actually beating out Trishula. Trishula's a pretty good Lancelot, so I believe Benner's is playing Basaraga, which would be really interesting to see.
Oh,
We can get that later on.
Tech.
I mean, have you seen Vasaraga blow up fairies for 90% damage? That shit's cathartic, man.
I have not seen that. I know that Vasaraga is definitely a character you do not want to underestimate, but I have not seen a Vasaraga just completely blow up a fairy yet. Oh,
Yeah, so fairy jumps on her mix-up on GG, and if you call that out with 236, 236 EU, it'll get counter hit, and she'll kind of like bounce up, and you won't get an animation, and from there you can convert for 90%.
Oh my god.
Pretty nasty.
That sounds disgusting. Holy jeez.
Rest of the bracket is Zavid Kingston. Zavid, really good setter. You know, pretty much smoked me in the last tournament that we played yesterday over at ATC. And Kingston, a great Lancelot. We've seen him a few times already. Lee Kajong against Nakai. We know the results of that. And then Rickster Cynical. I'm really looking forward to seeing that match being played. I want to see how Cynical deals with Rickster Sferi with Matera. Alright, so we're just waiting for Mito to make it his way in. Alright, yeah, Vasaraga had a really close set with Nico. Yeah, he is a really good player. I mean, we just saw that, right? Especially Ferry with Vasaraga. That matchup is a little less one-sided than you would have thought, because obviously if Vasaraga ever gets armor, Ferry doesn't have the best ways to deal with that. And specifically, that shoulder charge is really good with punishing like 2M, 5M from Ferry. And if you get in on her, you know, it's Ferry. She has 1 DP. It's a 7-frame DP. It's really damn good, but... Oh, Demito said he was going to be AFK for a bit? Damn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do your match then. Get your ass in here.
Oh boy.
Winners. First. Alright. David and... Wow, you both know, right? At Kingston. Next. We're not actually going to be able to see Marman's match on stream because we are going to skip it.
Okay.
As by request from Demito. And then let's go ahead and watch David's match. Again, some great Zeta representation. Can't wait. It's all I need in my life. Give me some good Zeta matches. I'll be happy.
You're getting yours. I need some more cat matches. No one likes to play Catalina no more.
No one's Catalina right now. I play cat, but no one so far is playing cat in this tournament. In general, we don't see a lot of Catalinas. I'm not going to lie. We really should, but we don't. I know she's really popular pretty much everywhere, so I have no idea why we don't see much of her in our tournament.
Yeah, like I said, we have a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a choice few of them over here that are top tier players. But outside of that, I don't see any more cat players at all. Like we saw a bunch of them day one, but after that, it was just like they just vanished.
Right, Zeta versus Lancelot, really interesting matchup. Now, me and David talk about matchups for Zeta a lot, and we've came to the conclusion that regardless of how great Lancelot's offense is, this matchup is nearly even.
Really?
Zeta can deal with it. It's a little bit favored to Lance because, you know, he's OD. But Zeta can deal with it. Let's see if Savi can back up his words, you know? Saying that he thinks this matchup is straight up even. I'm saying 45-55, but he thinks it's even, so... So far, looking like it's, you know, maybe not.
But yeah, like, Lancelot has definitely been keeping Zeta in the corner this entire time with some juggles and just beating her right back in there any single time she's trying to hop out.
One thing that I will say is that Zavid is a really patient player. His anti-air confirms are usually great, and his neutral control is really great, but the one big problem he has is not knowing when to just send it. Because that's something that Zeta has to do, you know? She has like a switch, and you need to be able to flip that switch to run Unga offense that makes no sense. But if something doesn't make sense to Zavid, it like doesn't compute. It's not going to happen. Like right there, that jump could have been Spear, would have counter hit punished the Lancelot. Instead he just jumps back, keeping it safe. Now he's in the corner.
It's not looking too good. It was a good tag, and still holding his own in the corner, but it's still not looking too good as Lancelot just has that corner up against Zeta.
Also, what is this theme? This is the theme that I was on about, Zavid. Which theme is this? It's amazing. Check the VOD after stream. Like, I've been saying all week, like, every single event is running this song, and only this song. I'm like, this is a great song, but it gets real old real fast.
Oh, God.
But I couldn't find it in the song list. Oh, it's Bob's theme.
Right.
Nice.
So essentially, this is... So Beelzebub theme is essentially, what you call it, Die 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 from GG.
Yeah.
Blaze Blue, not GG. Oh, God.
Wow, dead.
There we go.
Round 1 going over to Lancelot.
So, Rip, so about this even matchup, though, that you were saying. Because, I mean...
Yeah, it is true, Tampax, but you have to remember that it's hard to
Believe in victory.
Ferry to really just throw 5 you out in neutral with a slow ass startup. You really don't want to be getting counter hit by Nasaraga. I feel like RL into 214 cancel is a little bit better. Anyway, getting back into the match if you wanna.
Alright, so here we go. Oh man, Lancelot just again escapes. Ooh, but wait a minute, Zeta gets the table turn after her grab and now applying pressure of her own. Let's see, trying to get some footsies here. Ooh, gets that nice low, tripping up Lancelot for a hard knockdown, and then continues to be offensive here and just shredding the health pool slowly but surely.
Zeta got a really random safe jump there on the DP, but it's a roll there in the corner, so you know, safe jumps only take you so far.
Back to where out of the corner with the beast tackle. Okay. Lasers. Gotta love those full screen lasers. Goes for the wall shenanigans. The special was completely whiffs.
Yeah, that was never gonna hit, but at least now you don't have to deal with Super, but it doesn't matter much if you're thrown to death.
That's also very true. Very true indeed.
If you're ever looking for ferry advice, be sure to hit up Rixter, Nico. And no, it is just generally slow. The startup on it is something... I remember it being not great when I looked it up. And she definitely does have better options like Firelight into 214 Light to deal with Vass Armor. 214 in general from Ferry smokes it.
Put right back in the corner and now Lancelot goes to the offensive. Ooh, very nice, very nice stance. Lasers
Now,
to the face. You eat those.
Health being really even at this point, you can really see just how willing to be patient Zavid is, which, depending on the player matchup, can bite him or really make it one-sided. Nice, goes to the safe jump, gets the corner pressure. Exactly. Yeah, that punishes, that's dead. Damn.
Oh no!
Zavid down to losers.
Oh no!
Great response from Kingston, making great use of that SSBA.
Very nice plays, very nice wall shenanigans from the Lancelot here as they clutch that win and then take it home, and they'll be moving on. Oof.
Well, as ever, matches are hella quick.
Yeah, they are. Jesus, what happened?
Alright, so next up, we're going to go ahead and do the last winners quarters, which is Rixter against Cynical.
Wait, we looked at that literally, and it was just, oh my goodness, that went by very quickly. Like I know you said these are going by fast, but the last time I looked at those brackets, it was like all that was just blank, and I literally blinked and they were filled up again.
Alrighty, so Rixter Cynical, I have no idea which way this is going to go. I know that Rixter's taken pretty much every event the Heart of Blazing has ran so far. In the first one, he took home a Character Pass edition of Granblue Versus for taking that win. Right. The second week, he took the win again. Okay, Cynical, a lot of people have been bigging him up. Another UK player. Has won a bunch of events in the Dutch FGC, or is at least being considered a strong contender there. So, hopefully, we can see an upset here. I'm hoping. You know, no offense to you, Rixter. I'm hoping for something to get mixed up here.
I mean, give the people what they want, and the people want a show. So, I mean, if there's a ridiculous upset here, you're doing your job to a T, to the letter.
Come on, Cynical, don't let us down. No pressure, but don't let us down. You know, no pressure, but all of my hopes and dreams are kind of pinned on you right now. Gonna switch them over because they're in the wrong seat.
He said all my hopes and dreams are pinned on you right now. Oh my goodness. If that's not putting so much pressure on someone, I don't know what is.
Mention the... Yeah, I've already mentioned it, but just so that it isn't in the middle of the match, Soras and Digita have just been officially delayed on PC. They will be arriving for us a little bit later It's sad. It's not the end of the world, if we're honest. There could be way worse things going on. There are way worse things going on.
Yeah,
So
there are.
I might run a tiny little event, like a little exhibition match of a few PS4 players playing Vegeta and Soares against each other at some time during the week during their release. If you're interested in that, hit me up on Discord. I'd be really interested in seeing some PS4 players doing a little casual event, you know? And at least that way the PC players can get a little taste.
Yeah, that delay is definitely a first world problem. Because speaking as a PS4 player myself, I'm just like, oh, so I'll be getting it on time? Cool, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Discord could be found in... Yeah, you're on the right, Cab. I switched it over, don't worry about it. The Discord is down in the description. Wow, the description? This isn't YouTube. Nah, down in my little... Whatever the hell the thing is, you know?
Are you a YouTuber in your free time? It's like my information will be found in the description.
Nah,
Like, subscribe, and
I forget what it's called, you know? The little Twitch panels. That's what it's called, the Twitch panels. The server can be found in the Twitch panels. There you go. Where's Rickster? What's the Discord about? It's pretty much just a European community that focuses on running community-focused events. Typically on PC, we did support PS4. Obviously, with Granblue's first European release coming to PC, move that over a little bit. If there's enough demand, I can always run events for PS4, though. So, you know, with any luck, I'll start to be able to run PS4 events again in the near future. Hey, it's not called the About bit, it's called Twitch panels, alright? I had to remember the official words. That's why it took me longer. No Johns, no Johns.
So, while we wait for the next matches to come, how do you feel about what's-his-face? The old dude, Sorvis?
Soares? Alright, so...
Soares, yeah.
I have looked into Soares' trailer way less because I was completely disinterested about it. I mean, on the one hand, you've got cute Gran. That's pretty interesting. On the other hand, you've got Soares. I know a lot of people in Europe have been super hyped, so we're going to be seeing him all over the place. From what I see, though, he looks like most of the characters in this game where they have dirt, but him lacking a reversal tool. It's really going to be a matter of seeing if his dirt is going to make him as good as characters like Terra and... who's the other one? Who's the other one without a reversal? That's it. Ladiva? Ladiva, that's what I'm thinking of, Ladiva. I think he's going to be maybe comparable to Ladiva if he's really good and his positives can bring up the lack of a reversal. Because that's the big thing, you know? He's going to function a lot like Vasaraga. I can't see him being worse than Vasaraga with the tools that he has.
Right.
Even Vasaraga has some smoke, so regardless of what happens, he should be a great character.
I mean, I definitely can't wait to see. When I was reading up on him and I found out he didn't have the true reversal or a fireball, I was like, ooh, this low-key kind of reminds me of Enkidu and Under Night, where everyone was like, oh man, this character's gonna be this character's gonna be trash. I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't call him complete trash.
I mean, so far, no Granblue. I mean, Enkidu's been taking names recently. I don't think many people are calling him trash anymore. But for real,
well, he got buffed in Uniclear. Absolutely.
Yeah, no characters are gonna be trash in Granblue from the looks of it. Even Luane, like, he still has Source. He has some really good stuff. But it's just the other top tiers tend to have, you know, more simple game plans, more easy to execute, better buttons, stuff like that. Just slightly better universal tools than a character like Luane, who does have some flaws. No worries, Rickster. Ready when you are, Matt. Alright, so, again, hopefully, Cynical can show us something spicy here.
Oh boy,
I want to see some Matera in top 8. We're getting really close now. What actually is top 8? I need to be educated by FGC veterans. What marks top 8? Because all the names, bro, it's confusing. Just winners semis. That one top 8 is. It doesn't make sense though. It's winners semis and losers semi. 4 and losers, 4 and winners is top 8. All right, so losers round 6, winners semis. Like, that part seems obvious, right? You know, 4 and winners, 4 and losers, but it changes on every event that I look at, and I guess that's just because of how the brackets run. And how many people are in the brackets. I guess there's no science for it. That's why I like top 3 and top 4. You always know where top 3 and top 4 are going to be.
Right.
There they are.
Alright, and...
Matera against Ferry. So again, one of the biggest positives for Matera is that she has great Oki and great mix-ups that are kind of completely immune to reversals. Fairy being a glass cannon herself means that if Matera gets in on her and can play around Fairy's 7-frame DP, Fairy is going to get blown the hell up. But both of them have relatively similar glass cannon playstyles with Zona/anti-Zona tendencies. So maneuvering neutral for Matera in this matchup is actually really rough, because Fairy kind of plays that role a little bit better.
And that's also going to be a big if, because remember, Fairy also does have the ability to negate a good amount of Matera's projectiles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, true, with Whip. But at the end of the day, I really don't think that ends up panning out that much compared to just poking each other with normals, and then, yeah, the second you get a significant hit, running that Oki.
Oh, man. Getting some nice trip up here from Fairy. Oof, goes for the grab. Okay,
nice damage. Isn't going to be dead, right?
But they're still going to put some big damage here.
Oh, God.
Wall bounce. Wow! No!
EX Pepper.
No.
Damn. Rix is saying, nah, this isn't your turn. I may have taken 50% of your health, but it's still my turn.
Doing Matera dirty right now.
Yeah, this matchup does seem really screwed up on paper, because a lot of what Matera is good at and a lot of what Matera wants to do, Fairy just kind of does better and safer.
Yeah, either does better or just says, no, I don't want you doing that, so you're not going to do it.
No, Fairy's kind of like Matera, without Matera's flaws, with a reversal.
Oh boy, after that jump and gets some big damage, goes in the Skybound special. Woof.
Damn.
Oh no.
This is starting to look good. The Nickel's been put in the corner.
Oh no, not like this, not like this. Gets to confirm the wall bounce.
Echo coming up. You see that? He held the whip to let his cooldowns come back up, and is that going to be it? Damn, 1 HP! Living with a Dream gets hit by the instant overhead. No one can react to that.
The Dream is dead. The Dream is dead.
It's not dead. You can still do it.
I mean, it's not dead, but it's definitely on its last leg. Like after that match, oof, ouch. But I know there's still hope. There's still hope for him. I believe.
I definitely believe. I want to see it as well. And, you know, you got to use that power of projection. You want something, you got to think about it. You got to put it out there. Come on, Cynical. I believe. Butterflies are super interesting as well, because that's one of the many ways that Matera has to get reversal safe Oki. So if you ever get someone in the corner with butterflies on their head, ooh, get ready to get 3 50-50s. But Rickster really not even being afraid to walk forwards here, which shows that he has a great understanding and control of this neutral setting right now. Just forward rolling and this is just walking forwards and forward rolling all of the Matera projectiles here, but gets caught by the jump in.
Alright, here we go.
Blocks a 50-50.
We're cooking with gas here. Letting off just a tiny bit, but getting back to a ideal range from Matera here. Just to throw out some projectiles to just shave the life that Fairy has right now.
Yeah, Matera's already got to work hard in any matchup, but this one especially. I feel like Cynical's doing a great job this round so far. Rick's been having a great time just walking forwards, but doesn't matter, because if you get hit by even a few of them, it takes your life away real fast, and that's going to hit. It's not going to kill. So now we're in like a 1 or 2 touch situation for either character.
But this is definitely going to demoralize Matera just a tiny bit, with all that health just completely gone now. So they're both at, if not 1-2 touch now.
Wow, speaking of though, falling right into that arrow. So again, Cynical, telling you, power projection. Cynical will win. Cynical will win. Wow, 2U. Really? It's kind of messed up, right? A lot of characters can kind of space their stuff and make it way more safe, but Matera, even with that huge distance traveled there, getting punished. Well, not punished, but can't hit after the mash. Damn, nice. Butterfly into far heavy.
Matera starting to pull away here. Gets a nice grab. Has a nice full stick of butter for the special. Gets the corner pressure. Oh, eats that DP, but not too bad. Catches him slipping with the low axe and then gets the special finish.
I'm telling you, man, power projection. Cynical's out here.
Well, he out here.
I originally had the scores mixed up, but it doesn't matter. You know, Cynical's on the board now. Now the scores are, completely right. Either way, one of the really big boons for Matera in this matchup is that Matera 5H, famously, this is what everyone was complaining about day one, can't be whiff punished. It has no hurt box. So it makes it a really good button for beating out Ferry's whips, which is why you're seeing Rickster not resorting to whip so much in neutral. Hey, my man, keep on hitting me with those forts. Together we can get a Matera victory here.
Oh my goodness. Just going out with the arrow spam here. My goodness.
And that's what happens when you try to whip punish the whip a little bit too late, though. You get smoked with a counter hit. Wow, nice. Again, Ferry and Matera both have really interesting air movement and ways to alter their air movement.
Right.
These characters have so many similarities, but install combo? Yeah, dead. Jesus Christ.
Ah.
Okay.
Battle 2. Engage.
There you go. There's a counter hit conversion. I was looking for those earlier.
GG.
Into the corner.
That's already 50%. That's gotta hurt.
There you go. Close heavy, close heavy. Doesn't get the full conversion on the knockdown, so Matera, worm her way out of this. To get some distance. It's nice. There you go. You see that right there? No hitbox on that. No hitbox button on Matera Fire Heavy. So completely beating out the startup of Rix's whips there.
Okay. Ooh.
You have a long way to go, and I know that for a fact that Rickster is very happy to just play patiently in situations like this.
Oh, absolutely. All he has to do is just sit there and be conservative, and be defensive as he wants with 50 seconds left on the clock. Matera has to get in. Matera does what's this?
Yeah, you're dead. Damn.
Oh no.
Did you cynical? All the protection in the world didn't work, but you still made him work for it, you know?
Literally just smooth sailing over top of your special, gets the cross up, and then smacks you in the face 3 times, and that's it.
GG's, Rickster. Streampuff taking a 2-0 against Akai, damn. So there's Charlotta out, which specifically, Streampuff hates Charlotta as Luane.
Oh boy.
So I wonder if he pulled out one of his famous subs there. Thanks for the follow, man. Really appreciate it.
We'll have to see. We'll have to ask him later on. Did you go with your normal, or did you swap it up just for Charlotta? Because we know how much you hate him.
Alrighty, yeah, he played Luane. Nice. You getting over that matchup, or just happened to take the win? Because Akai's no joke, man. Yeah, that install combo is that. Again, Rickster is such a solid player on offense, defense, on combos. He knows his RPS situations. But there is one issue with Rickster, and that's that he downplays Ferry. And that's about it.
He downplays Ferry. Oh my goodness. Well, after today, no one should really be downplaying Ferry, in all honesty.
Yeah. So who have we actually got at the top of the bracket? Oh, speaking of, he was playing up a player earlier called Afi, I believe, who he was saying is like one of the best ferries in Europe. He's a French player, but he actually has outlived him, and we didn't even get to see a single match. That's sad. Either way, in winners semis, we have Koji Rao and Kingston, and Nika Jong against Rickster. So that's top 8 on the top half of the bracket sorted out. We are going to go over now to BX, which is going to be... Hey, we already... Oh yeah, Streampuff against this match. Which... What are we waiting for here? Winner of AK. Ah, okay, so there we go. So Cynical against these two.
Okay.
So in the meantime, we're just going to have to go up to the winners bracket and keep that going. Rao against Kingston.
Alright, here we go.
Now, we've seen these players play a couple of times already on stream. So we know a little bit of what to expect, but now we're looking at 2 paint huffing characters fighting each other. It's going to be harder to call than Gran against Sladiva.
2 paint huffing characters.
At least we've got Lancelot being a little bit more conservative with his paint huffing. He might get a spoonful and have a little sniff, whereas Gran, he's just going straight for the can.
Just straight for the can.
At Kingston, at Rao.
Oh, man.
Alright, so we're just going to stream these matches whilst we wait for losers to catch up a little bit. Because
Alright, not a problem.
Obviously, losers gets a little bit behind sometimes. Especially when there are pesky commentators like me and Savid down there. That's definitely not happened in the past, Definitely not.
Happen. Yeah, it'd be alright.
Alright, so again, Kingston famously making me move. Going onto the wrong cab. I caught it in time. I caught it in time. And on the wrong seat as well. These Italians, man. Pink, you got to get him under control.
They just don't care.
Hey, they're not taking. He's just standing near it. Where can we see the bracket?
Lancelot
Right here, bro.
versus Gran.
Alright, here we go. Oh my goodness, folks. It's about to be real. Lancelot versus Gran. Place your bets now.
I mean, honestly, this is hard, but I've seen these players play, I believe, against each other before. And if I had to give it to someone, I'd give it to Rao. Because Kingston, again, really great with his conversions, but his control of neutral, I don't think I've seen many people who are good at it as Rao is. But, you know, Kingston now giving me a run for my money.
There we go, Lancelot following that fireball, gets in the corner. Ooh, get
Yeah,
that
you do, man. Yeah, you do, my man.
Right afterwards. Ooh. And Lancelot just doing Lancelot things in the corner, reaching
said,
that combo limit. Ooh.
Those conversions, yeah, it's really interesting because the way that Lance actually usually ends up ending his combos is combo limiting and using the air reset into melee fireball. So you kind of just have to full take that mix up.
Ooh, tries to go for the vanish, and the Gran sees it come and jumps right over it and just goes right back to the offensive.
Into mid screen. Man, he could have actually confirmed off of that 2U into super and he would have been dead, but what does it matter, you know? Reset him, kill him again.
He gets the JU into super, so I mean, hey, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all, no. You can get away with it, you know? Hit that 2U, and then because there's so little recovery on it, during what should be the recovery, you take a little sniff of paint, and you go back to playing.
A little sniff of paint, and then right back in the game.
But Lance in the corner, this is not where you want to be. 2H hitbox being absolutely absurd from Gran.
I thought I was the only one that saw that. Like, excuse me.
Nah, everyone saw that. Everyone's used to seeing it at this point as well. We're all upset about it, don't worry.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, Pink, but their match was written down, but we had to skip it because Domito has to be skipped.
Alright, there we go. Cooking with gas, Lancelot getting some momentum here, and he's gotten Gran in the corner, doing Lancelot things as always.
Damn, nice
pressure.
DP.
Ooh, gets DP.
And responds with his own stagger pressure.
Ooh, vanish.
DP into slow fall. Gets the universal overhead, takes a +1. What's he gonna do with it? Gonna jump, fast fall.
Oof.
I mean, what if I told you
hits
that I
below.
once saw Kingston at round start jump up and fast fall 3 times? Just straight up round start, jump, fast fall, jump, fast fall, jump, fast fall.
For what?
I've seen that. It's happened in tournament.
Like, for what? In tournament, no less.
Yeah.
Hello.
And the opposing Ferry did 2U 3 times at round start.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Why is that a thing? Ooh, EX boot gets the and
Look
gets
at the
the jump off of the
50%
wall bounce.
conversion, man.
Jeez.
Bullies his way in with thrust, but damn, gets the anti-air conversion. Lets him reset though. Not, you know, taking a sip, but not finishing his plate. Getting a little reset though. Hold the mix up. Gets hit by the 2-hit JH, but what on earth?
Gets hit by the JU and is able to convert. Ooh, gets that nice.
Yeah, gets
that
hit by the
big
universal
play.
overhead there, counter hit, because they were both like randomly throwing throws and universal overheads as if that was the tool, you know? And so far, I'm going to be honest, other than the game with Akai and Nico, we haven't seen many close matches. It's just been a wash. Hopefully Kingston can fight back here. Break that habit. Look at that 5U hitbox, man. So messed up.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, nice. That's a
Good
reset
grab,
into
good
throw.
grab.
Nice, good conversion off of 2U. Why 2Us like that can special cancel is beyond me. But, you know, it is what it is.
Ooh.
Ooh, low profile's the thrust, but ends up getting punished in the neutral situation afterwards.
Oh, tries to go for a vanish real quick, but then gets immediately crossed up.
Nice neutral jump coming out from Gran there, but wow, there you go. Wall jump, getting Lance out of that corner. Winning the RPS, but getting reset into... One hit will do it, there we go, nice.
Oh, no. Hits him with the low of his own with 46 seconds left on the clock. Oof.
Battle 3.
Alright, let's go. Oh, nice, round start 2U. But instantly gets DP'd. It's really hard to know which direction you want to DP there with the skill button. Because obviously Lance, he can be on either side. Yeah, again, one thing I'll say about Kingston is that his conversions are always crisp.
I am noticing that. Jesus.
Nice. Boot into the corner. The grand special. Now, say goodbye to 50% of your health.
Why did that push him so far to the? Oh my god! Why is that allowed? Hello, like, I know
I
he's
don't
the
know why
protagonist,
he gets
like,
214M conversions mid-screen. No one does, but
wall shenanigans here. He's able to get
it's
the
just
hit.
looking kind of like a Kingston special at this point. Sees a grand, huffing paint, whiffing buttons in neutral. Sides. Alright, I'm not gonna let this stand, but talking about not standing, gets his legs taken out by sweep.
The range of that, my god.
Yeah, at the same time, you can't do a slow startup move in front of Gran. He has some of the fastest buttons in the game. Rao showing that you can't disrespect me like that.
True.
Really solid player, honestly. But Kingston, another really solid player down into losers, so... As you can see, top 8 is going to be kind of wild.
Yeah.
Alright,
Like,
so...
Chad is definitely in for a show here, folks. My god, let me tell you.
Yo, Pink, you there? Ah, don't mind, I'll do it myself. Took that one. Rao took this one. Alright, I just had to update the brackets because they were lagging behind a little bit. We had a couple of matches with results that hadn't been reported yet. So, Cynical against Kisaragi is going to happen, and then the winner of that match is going to go against Streampuff. We still have to wait for that to catch up a little bit, so we're going to go down to the other winner's semi-final match, which is Nico against Rigster.
Alrighty.
Right, so this is our last winner semis match. Other than that, we're going to be going down into losers, hopefully. Catching up with that before going back up to winners finals. We're going to try and get all the way to losers semis. Streaming every single one of those matches in losers.
Alright, got you.
Alright, let's have a look. Barry on the first seat. Barry in the second seat. On Twitch. Okay, there we go. They're in the wrong seats. I knew it. I knew it.
Why are we doing this?
I was looking for it.
Why are we
Switched
doing
them
mirror
over.
matches? I
Hey.
swear.
I mean, literally, if you saw the tournament yesterday from ATC, the bottom half of the bracket was 50% ferry. So every single match had a ferry.
That is time. Oh god, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't know. As a player who doesn't enjoy playing against ferry for understandable reasons, that half of the bracket, which I happen to be in, was hell. But round start, slightly going over to Rixter now. There you go. Thank you. Thank you for that. I couldn't quite tell who had the lead, but Rixter got the 5e, and that clears things up.
Okay, here we go. Oof. Getting ready to set him up. Hold
Wow.
that. Oh, hold that. It's done. Oof.
Layton's an overhead, but damn, falls out of Beppa because it was such an awkward hit. That's the thing about Ferry, right? One thing, it's kind of like a skill that you have to have is being able to convert off of really odd stray hits.
I'm saying that. I'm like, oof.
Yeah, a lot of us have only played against C-rank ferries. There's not a lot of good ones out there, but second you play against one, it's hell for sure.
You're just like, why am I even doing this? Like, I'm just gonna stop for today. I'm not having any fun anymore.
There's a little whip, iron whip into a JL for plus frames. A really cheap tool to get in. Damn, winning the RPS. Now take another mix-up.
Hold that. Put you in the corner. Oh no!
Hey, GG's
I
Zavid.
just set it on.
Damn, you gotta take anime mix-ups, and doesn't matter how good you are, Rixter. Oh, damn, drops the combo. If we saw Nico win with that combo that we saw Rixter win with earlier,
Oh no, that'd be wild.
would have been some karma. Damn, wins the RPS situation there, though. Pulls out the button for him, Nico. Sends him to the corner. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. Nice conversion with
Gets to convert
Beppa.
up the wall bounce. Nice, nice, nice.
Well, there you go. Rixter's taking a swift 1-0, but Nico definitely showed signs of life there. Little bit of adjustments, a little bit more of a emphasis on stuff like he did Vine Whip into JL to force his turn, and that was a really good way to skip neutral and get his own pressure. It almost made it look like he was going to win that round, but didn't quite manage to finish that out. If we see more stuff like that, I think Nico's definitely got a chance here. Wow, what on earth? Light Beppo, no, light GG pardon, into side switch. That's some big brain Oki. Damn, nice. Good reversal there. Gets the universal overhead, so a nice +1. Ferry really gets not very much off of it because both of them going for forward roll. Nice. But Ferry doesn't get much off of universal overhead compared to a lot of other characters because it sends her backwards. So unless you get counter hit, you can convert that into 2U, but aside from that. And that situation there is so messed up because you can use the boundaries of the camera to keep someone like forced into GG because they can't walk forward because there's Beppo. No, not Beppo. There's Momo coming in with the ball, which forces you to not walk forwards, and then there's Yuji in the corner. So no matter what you do, you're basically eating some chip, and in the case that you jump, you're gonna eat some damage.
Oh no, that sounds like a bad time. No one wants that.
Hey Yuki, I think all of the tournaments kind of are right now. I'm not gonna lie. The top five do have glue, and they're all having these glue parties that the rest of the cast isn't invited to. But you know, they're kind of just winning. So we can't really say much.
You're fine.
Yeah, right? Hopefully April will just remove the glue, and then problem solved.
Hold that damage. Ooh.
Hold that damage for sure. Yeah, Rix doesn't drop those that often. And taking a swift 2-0. Are we going to see any close sets this tournament? We've seen, like, one.
I mean, like you said, everyone who got invited to the glue party is just sitting there having fun with glue.
Yeah, but Nico was invited to the glue party too, and we've seen him be really good as well. Alright, so all the way down here. BX still waiting on that. So hopefully we will be able to see their match soon. I'm going to go over to Mama and Benners and hope that they haven't started their match.
Alright.
Let's see anywhere. I mean, I've already filled that in. Wait, against Cynical? Alright, there we go. Now we have our opponents. Nice. Oh, wrong one.
How do you like them boots? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that any person that's played against Grand, they don't really like those boots all too well. Like, no one likes getting hit in the face by boots, or in the chest for that matter. It's pretty painful. Pretty painful.
Yeah, and I've eaten more than my fair share. Boot. So, loses round 6. Froggy. Update, there you go. Alright, so now we're going to be going down into losers bracket. For anyone who's wondering, we're going to be seeing the likes of Streampuff, Saragi, Maoman, Benners, Ikajong, Kingston. All great players. And we're getting very close to the top 8 now. Very, very close. Oh, Streampuff is in here, but he's dead. Not a good sign.
Oh no, that's not good.
And who are we waiting on? Oh yeah, it was Kisaragi, who just won against Cynical, so Cynical's out of the tournament. It was a great first showing though, saw a lot of Matera.
Right.
And I still don't know who Kisaragi plays, so this is going to be a nice surprise.
A surprise for us both. Let me see. If I were to guess just a random thing here,
Yeah.
What if he played
Catalina?
Oh, Namaya, apparently.
Nah. Oh, really? Namaya? I was hoping that maybe we'd get to see Catalina, but...
Either a cat, maybe a Beelzebub.
Namaya and Catalina are pretty similar characters, except Catalina is just kind of better.
We're kind of better. All you have to do is just sit there and spam 2M. Either 2M or 5M. That's all you need.
Streampuff's like, I got you, Shay. Are we going to see Streampuff Catalina?
Yes!
Are we going to get some... He's great.
Streampuff is my new favorite. Let's go.
But if we do get to see some Catalina, it'll be nice, you know, finally some representation. We unironically get more representation from Lil Wayne and Zeta than we do characters like Catalina. It's crazy.
Yep.
But I guess Kisaragi can find his way in. People play what they like, that's true, but how can you not like Catalina? She's got those cozy
Right,
mummy
like-
vibes, you know?
Yes, like hello. Like she's just so warm. Like she's best.
She's
best
warm but
waifu.
cold at the same time. I don't know if she's
Yes.
best waifu because she can't cook.
I mean, okay, so in my honest opinion, waifu, she has to have like a quirk, and that little quirk of her not being able to cook is like right up there.
And hey,
with,
I
like, the
cook.
best waifu material.
I cook. I can just fill in for that, you know?
There you go.
Then she's
there
missing
you go.
nothing.
There you go.
You've opened my eyes, man. Maybe
There's
Zeta's.
no-
Maybe I've been sleeping on Catalina. Maybe Zeta's not where it's at. Maybe me moving away from Zeta into Catalina wasn't me betraying Zeta. It was me just finding the light, going the right
Finding the
way.
light. That's exactly what it was.
Alright, so they're both in now, but they're not on the goddamn seats.
I guess they're mourning the death of their friend here.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Oh, now he's going on the wrong cab, but it was originally the right cab. Alright, Shrimppuff's on the right seat, though, so that's progress. You can always rely on him to get on the right seat, you know. He's got experience. He's been here for a while.
Right.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Laura. I appreciate it. To be in this game, I choked hard, damn. I mean, honestly, I wanted to see you here, Cynical. You know, nothing against anyone else in the tournament, but I was looking for some Matera top 8. I really was. Would have been a first. Like, because in all the events that we've had, usually there's at least one game of each character. Like, in the very first one, we saw every single character in the game. But Matera's always been lacking. It's the one character that we've basically never saw.
Really
But,
now?
yeah, now we're finally getting some Matera. It's nice. It's nice.
I guess people have finally had enough time to really lab out all the things they need
Yeah.
to make her viable in tournaments.
Alright, here we go. Catalina, as requested.
Yes!
Now Maya.
Shrimppuff, my guy!
Shrimppuff coming through for the homies. An interesting description on Namaya's profile there. But going straight into the match. From what I know about this matchup, it's relatively even because at the end of the day, both of the characters are relatively honest Shotos. But Catalina's mids are just better. Yeah, we're opening each other up with mids. Catalina's got some hella good mids. A really weird looking DP there. Nice, JU, keeping the plus frames, taking the pressure.
Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness, that small little gap in between that 236B, oof.
Yeah, you see right there as well. Catalina went for close medium, close medium. That's a frame trap that only the beta characters get because they have no recovery.
That only beta characters get.
So that right there, one of the reasons why Catalina is better than Namaya. Nice, taking the +6 off of the 236H. Going in for a pressure reset, calling out the button from Catalina. Taking the plus frames from J214 as well.
Oh my goodness.
This has been great from Kisaragi so far. Pretty impressed. Nice, gets a side switch. People say the block button invalidates left right. SMH.
Oh no.
Namaya says hold this.
Oh no.
Battle 2.
But again, Kisaragi taking the first round. Damn, nice. You can't just let Catalina run towards you like that. Ah, well, getting hit by the exact same frame trap. 246H leaves Namaya +6, so even in a situation like that where she has to recover and the opposing player is trying to run forwards, just counter hit punishing that startup with a 6H.
Ooh, very nice 214.
Yeah. One thing that I will say is that Shrimppuff is a pretty calculated player, so when he goes for Droid, which is like the only thing that can be considered even remotely risky from Catalina. Usually going to be in good taste now.
Ooh, that nice JU. Okay, getting some big boy damage here. Gets the convert from the wall bounce. Go for special. And this is... Ooh, we got some numbers here, boys and girls.
Well, this is going to be good damage, but loses the corner for it. There you go. Frame trap with close medium. Good use of the parry there. Again, parries like Namaya and Wayne, they're not that great, but the one thing they really do a good job at is beating jump-ins and safe jumps. You know, they do that just where the DPs can't. That gives them at least some love. Heavy droid, kept safe though. Really nicely spaced.
Spacing with that.
1, 2, 3, 6 L will do it.
are both very close.
There you go.
Oh, and just with the oh god.
One of the main reasons why this matchup is considered not favored too heavily towards Catalina is because Namaya actually has kind of like a small advantage in that her move speed is really good. Like her walk speed and her jump arc are both really solid. Again, he gave us the request. Now he's gonna go ahead and fulfill his own wants and needs.
That's completely fine. I am not upset. He gave me what I wanted, and now
Yeah, he gave me what I needed, you know.
Yep.
We now had some representation of Catalina, and now straight back to Lewin.
Yeah.
Now he's a really good player in XR, and he plays Milia, and that's what draws him to Lewin. He hates playing Lewin, but he's like, man, feels like Milia. You know, there's reversal safe set plays, running that Vortex. Wow. But against a patient player like Kisarage so far, who has shown that they can be patient, play around their own plus frames, play around that walk speed. I'm not gonna lie, Namaya's walking animation, like forward walk, kind of one of the best walking animations in the game.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that strut.
Just walking down a runway.
Yeah, he wants Vortex and he's not playing Ferry because he doesn't want to sell his soul. But yeah, it is a real question, Rick, so don't worry. I've asked him that one myself. He just says that he doesn't like how Ferry feels.
Call the boys in, try to put some pressure. Get some nice lows there, keeping them up, getting Narmada.
Yeah, Mystic Smash. don't talk about that, bro. I like it for earnest, honest reasons. There's no first going on there, man. HPA. Not a lot of HPA for Kisarage. Can he deal with it? Damn, no.
Oh.
The way to deal with it on paper is stand guard. If you have enough HP to block, all the better. But you stand guard and then you react to the overhead and the low with forward roll. And whilst most lows do smoke forward roll because of the hurt box on forward roll, it actually is so slow that you can just forward roll through it. And as such, you can kind of just use forward roll to just avoid all of the HPA stuff. But obviously, if you don't have the HP to mess about with that sort of stuff, one touch will do it.
Oh, here we go. In the corner, gets the special, knocks him high, gets the follow-up.
Damn, nice. Empty jump throw. Gets hit by the frame trap there again, though. And in comes Yggdrasil. Okay, that's not good. That's not how you want to start it off.
Gets hit with the first forward, but gets hit with the rocks.
Yeah, this is not great. Okay, so now, for anyone, including Kisarage, who wants to know how to deal with that one, the general science towards it is block orb, dodge fire, run from lightning, and block or spot dodge rocks. That's generally, whilst keeping yourself as close to the lane as possible, because it does have recovery, you can punish it. That's the general science to it, but obviously, one mistake, if you're flustered because you're in tournament, and you can just fall apart completely, like we see there. Like, the only time that we've seen Rickster nearly get knocked out of the tournament was to an Yggdrasil call. He wasn't losing to Lewin, though, he was just using to Iggy. He'd lose like 50%.
Oh, that's kind of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Nice, gets a counter hit off of the Universal Overhead. Now, weirdly, Namaya is one of the few characters that can combo off of Universal Overhead non-counter hit. With the use of a stance change. It's pretty specific and hard, but you can do it. Hey Kyosei, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it.
Oh no, and Namaya takes on that next that game. And then it's about even for both of them here.
Yeah, but he is.
Fun out the boys here. Ooh.
Oh, nice. Another thing that's really worth mentioning about Lewin is that his answers and the way that he deals with pressure is really interesting with the low profile that comes out onto you. And the fact that you can, as you can see there, cancel out of it into his Awesome Source. Also, imagine a move being called Awesome Source. Nice. And again, as great as Namaya's walking animations are, getting the Universal Overhead counter hit, but doesn't convert off of it and gets counter hit into Yuku. And whilst you are close, one mistake, yeah, okay. This is not looking great. Oh, nice! Nice and close, this could be it. No, so close! It's gonna hit. Nice. That was the messiest Yugi punish I have ever seen.
Hey, a dub is a dub is a dub. That's all that matters.
It is, with Streampuff getting knocked out of the tournament. Now, I don't want to hear it, Streampuff. Don't blame me. Oh no, it's 1-1. Did I miss something? No, because the Catalina match. Okay, good. I thought I was going insane for a moment, but yeah. Again, don't want to hear it. Don't blame us for making you play Catalina. But with Kisaragi taking a nice win from the first time we're seeing them. I'm interested there. I'm in. I'm involved. You've got me. You've got my attention. We're going to be seeing much more of you, hopefully. And with that said, my man Benners, we're going to be seeing Gran against Vasaraga.
You know what you did.
I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't want this to happen.
I mean, we low-key did. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and deny that we
did,
low-key wanted,
but we didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, we didn't want that to happen. Like, we wanted a show here, but we figured it's like, hey, he's gonna give us that. We're gonna lose. He's still gonna come back here. We didn't expect, you know, things. Oof. But, you know, these things happen.
They're both in. They're on the right seats. They're on the right cab. All right, okay. We're getting to that part of the tournament. Let's go.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
No, it just has a tiny, tiny little distance to make it. Come on, we can do it. Yes! Alright, straight in. Let's go. Anyone got the bracket? I can hit you over the bracket right now.
Here we go. Gran up against, I believe you said Vasaraga, right?
Yeah, it should be Vasaraga.
Oh boy.
There you go, yeah, Vasaraga.
I just can't wait to see more of Vasaraga gameplay of him just like slowly but surely menacingly walking towards you like a high school bully.
Gran doesn't have the best buttons to deal with armor. He pretty much has to resort to EX Fireball, but Gran's control of neutral really favors him, right? So it's a struggle to get that armor going. Ah, okay, yep. yeah, great. Lovely. Fair.
Just like that, 50%. Oh my god, that's fair. It's just... Oh god.
Menacingly walking, gets the counter hit. Gets the armor. No, he trades the higher combo damage for the armor, but like I said, the one way that Gran can just smoke it is with VX Fireball.
Right.
Well, surprisingly, very close with Benners just sitting back, managing to call in another armor. And now EX Fireball's on cooldown, so you can get into that stance, and there's really not much Gran can do about it.
Here we go.
Oh, never mind. Gets hit by boot.
This is when it starts to get really dicey, because the longer the matches go on, Vasaragas begin to thrive, and as soon as you begin to not have cooldowns, like Gran is just blowing through. Oh man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
But at the same time, it's one touch for either player here. Use a shoulder charge that spends his armor though, so now you have to be a little bit more careful on your Oki. Ooh, fireballs into the other side.
Fireball.
Empty jump into 2U fireball. You know why this is fucked up? Because you're in recovery, you're in block stun from the 2U, and he can cancel his 2U into super, and the only way to get a punish on that super is to forward roll it, and you can't forward roll because you're in recovery.
Oh my goodness.
Just Gran things, just Gran things.
Just Gran things.
Battle 2, engage.
But, using the boot to end out the round, expect no less. It's a really important detail here that he's spot dodging and forward rolling all of the Gran fireballs, because just doing that or jumping it like that means that Gran's fireball gets put on an effective cooldown, because as long as that entity is on the screen, it doesn't start like processing if it's on cooldown or not.
Right.
Nice, big damage. Vasaraga combos, takes the reset, blocks the DP.
Ooh, and with the just the damage coming. Gets hit with the overhead, but then he's still got him in the corner. And DP, oh, he was like a few frames short of getting completely
nice. Air-to-air punishes the DP. And then gets the conversion for the win. I will say, though, that that was some real paint huffing shit. He gets a universal overhead hit, which gives him +1, and then the Gran responds with universal overhead himself, and somehow that hits.
Yep.
Yeah, and Grand Dub doesn't make me pensive. Grand Dub makes me want to blow something up. Grand Dub is the worst thing in the game other than Zeta Dub.
Oh my goodness, the EX armor walk goes on with the armor once again. Just keep
Man, this should be dead.
Get out of my airspace.
That is with a clean round. This is what you want to see, though. If Vas can walk you to the corner, if he can shoulder barge his way through neutral, he can take rounds. And this is why we have seen so many tournament wins coming out from Vasaraga Boss. Yes. Everyone is sleeping on the man.
They really are. Like, oh my goodness. Like, y'all need to stop sleeping on my man and really get to work.
Lowain Dub isn't the worst, man. Zeta Dub's the worst, followed by Gran. Because Gran doesn't introduce one dumbass voice. Gran introduces 3. You've got Gran, Vern, and Lyria all sounding like absolute drips. I can't stand it, man. There's nothing worse than getting booted to the face other than when the boot then starts talking in some jank-ass dub. Okay, this is a grand round. We saw a Basaraga round. Now we can see a grand round.
Goodness. Oh my god. Basaraga, no, not like this.
Yeah, I like Luane's dub. It's at least goofy, you know? Ooh, JU air to air keeps the plus frames. We're gonna see another grand round. Come on, Basaraga. I believe in you, bro. He's just jumping on you, man. He's just running up to you on his Oki and jumping.
He really is. Just keeping in the corner. Goes for the boot. He just gets the cross up from that wall bounce and goes right into special.
Counter hit universal overhead.
Short
You could see
JU.
Venice was panicking there and gets equalized really quickly.
Man, Gran was not playing no games.
And that's very true. All the people saying that your opinion's invalid because you play a top tier, man, your opinion's invalid because you didn't pick a top tier. I'm big brain. I picked the strong characters. What's wrong with that? Says the grand player, sniffing paint.
Alright, here we go. Basaraga gets the low, getting that hard knockdown on Gran,
Ooh,
giving him time to put
great.
some armor on.
Landed to spot dodge. Good DP in response though.
DP. Oof.
Yeah, we got to take care of ourselves over there.
Basaraga slowly but surely getting ahead in the life meter here.
Wow, these air to airs, what a conversion.
He's gonna have to stop trying to meet Gran in the air.
Nice.
It's not working.
You gotta
Gets
stop
the
jumping, boy!
special-
Also, coolest level 1 in the game. Easily. Basaraga's SBA is so sick.
Oh yeah, it's pretty sick. Like it definitely looks like it hurts.
Ooh, damn. Does it get the full conversion? Panic super? Water roll? No, into the super. That is not what you want. There you go. Stance, side
Okay.
switches. Okay.
Like,
Breathe.
what are you
You can
doing?
breathe.
No.
Also, speaking of coolest level 1s, though, have you seen Vegeta's new one? It's like Deadly Brave. Or Raijin Embu. It's really cool. She gets like the super animation, then she does follow-ups. Either way. Slight advantage going over to Gran, but that shoulder barge just managed to push Gran into the corner. And back to mid-screen. Alright. Wow, just booting him all the way to the corner, because why not?
Oh my goodness. Just it's Gran, because Gran thinks.
Good DP. Very late, but ends up getting the reward for it. Nice, there we go.
Oh, and gets a special of his own in reciprocation.
Bonk, 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 bonk. What a sick Superman. Great response
Just
there.
look at it rip his soul.
Nice. And I was thinking about that earlier. He was holding onto that armor and then he just spends it there.
Fucking Gran players, why are they like this? Twitch chat, please, you're killing me. You're killing me.
But more importantly, Bennis is killing the Grand player, so. Man, you play a character that's going to make people hate you, but you turn up in every event. You go far in every event. People, they see that C rank, they're like, C rank Gran. It's going to be easier than they get smoked. Great showing, man. Hope to see you again next week. I love Bennis though. I love Basaraga in general. One of my old training partners was a Basaraga player. And it's like the one of the few matchups where I'll go back to Zeta.
Right.
Instead of Catalina, because Zeta has some pretty good ways of dealing with Basaraga's stuff on offense. And obviously run Zeta pressure on someone without a DP on his defense. But with that said, that was ending pretty damn quickly. Now we're looking over, and we're going to have Kingston against Kisaragi, which is going to be awesome. Seeing some more Namaya action.
Oh boy, more Namaya's coming our way. Let's go. Now, what is it? When Namaya first came out, I was like, oh man, Namaya's gonna be my new main. I got this. And then when I was playing, honestly, real talk, when I was playing, I was like, I got this. Like, this is good. But the only thing that really kept messing me up is me forgetting what stance I was in. Because I would do the combo, put the stance, and I was like, crap. After like 2 or 3 more hits, I'd be like, crap, what stance am I in?
I mean, a tip for everyone here. If you just look up to the skill buttons, one of them has a fireball, and one of them doesn't. The one with the fireball, that's A stance. The one without a fireball, that's B stance. That's the easiest way to really quickly tell if you're ever in a situation like that. But yeah, you can get lost sometimes. You can.
Yeah, I was saying before, I was like, if another like patch that comes out, they might have to add in like, or they could add in like, I don't guess, something just to the UI for Namaya players, just to let you know.
It wouldn't take much, you know? A butterfly on the screen at the bottom by your meter or something like that. Just something. Again, it's not like it's hugely necessary, but it can't hurt, and it can't take much to implement it.
It's a quality of life that will be nice to have.
For sure. But now, I don't know much about this matchup, I can't lie, but based on all of my general knowledge on the game, it should tell me that this matchup slightly favors Lancelot, but Narmaya should have the tools to deal with him.
Oh, absolutely. She's definitely got the tools to get away from that fireball and everything. She has the cross ability to try and... She has the cross ability to get past the vanishes that Lancelot.
Nice. Great pressure. The biggest thing that I'm loving from Kisaragi so far is that it appears that he has a really great knowledge of frame data. He's exploiting people's lack of knowledge on... There, right there. Frame traps. Frame traps all the way. Instant J214H in B-Stance gives you plus frames. You have to respect that. And he has the OS, or the reactions, to deal with Lance 2-2.
Wow. He said, let me just meet you in the air real quick after your vanish. You thought you were gone.
And we've got some commentary bias going on right now because I am loving watching Kisaragi play. But Kingston again, really solid player, really solid conversions, getting the mid-screen conversion off of the thrust. Now you gotta hold the corner, Oki.
Alright, what you gonna do? We're gonna do first normal here. EX fireball.
Nice.
Now hold that corner. Oh,
it's Lance. What are you on about? Hold that corner. I'm Lance, bitch. Let me just hop out of here real quick. Nice, there you go. So that's another frame trap off of 236M. If they respect it, you can try and catch them moving or pressing a button with 236L. Great air to wear. His awareness on the reversals from Lance, man.
Narmaya just knows, like, whew, Kisaragi is just good with this right now. He's being able to just match every single tool that Lancelot has in his kit.
Honestly, this is dead, right? Yeah. Holy hell. I have never seen a player be... It looks like he's got like a third eye going on right now. So I can smell the paint. He's going to do 2-2 here. And just jumps up and smacks him out of it. Let's go, man. This match is hype. Kisaragi taking the first one.
I can smell the pain. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the reads are absolutely real. From just looking at this, holy jeez.
Like, I have never seen anyone call out Kingston this hard before. Like, when Rixer played against him, it was kind of similar, because Rixer was making some really good callouts on defense, but at the moment, Narmaya's just doing it on offense and defense. Getting back thrown, though, this is nice. Gets that, yeah, here we go. Kingston running his offense, using his conversions. Gonna reset, what's the mix-up? No mix-up, just mids.
Ooh, rolls to the EX, puts him back in the corner, but not for long, because you know what's Lancelot. He's just gonna do Lancelot things.
Great pressure. Nice. There you go, gets the tick for her.
Oh, got him.
Again, after you block the 50-50, well, it's effectively a 25-25-25-25, but because of block button 50-50, you're still in a mix-up, because 2 Uggers and plus frames. Nice. Punishes the parry. Into the corner. Gets the conversion.
Ooh, here we go.
Combo limit.
Put in work. Hello? Can you stop?
That's
What are
the
you
reset.
doing?
Damn. Harry just goes straight through that, though. Bit of a sloppy setup there. Oh, wow, nice.
Oh, boy.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, no.
Gets the spot dodge, just isn't dead because Lance has no damage. But now you have to take one last mix. Ooh, good protect.
Ooh, good tech, good tech.
Alright, alright. There's some life signs of life. You know, you're dead, but you've got the next round. We'll bring this back. But again, Kingston's showing why, doesn't matter how hype that first round was, you just can't count him out.
Believe in victory.
I mean, yeah, after saying that, we definitely most certainly cannot.
2U gets a side switch. Nice. Close, medium, close, medium. Gets that conversion. Throws. I'm not sure what the Namai was going for there, but gets thrown for it.
Kingston embraced the Unger. That's definitely what happened in the last few matches. Oof.
Nice ends with DP to get the Yoki.
We got Kisaragi here. It's going in with some... Oh, God, that corner. Back in the corner.
Yeah, if that J214 was a little bit slower, it would have smoked Lance and would have been the sickest read ever, but nah, he was still in the inbound, but ends up taking a loss on the round either way.
GG's to Demaya for that one. Okay, okay.
Let's see if Kingston can bring it back, though. We've seen him do it once before. Nice, good DP. And nice universal overhead.
Get that conversion from the counter here. Let's go.
Just take the throw. Just take the throw, man.
Okay, Lancelot fight his way back out. Back in the center. Ooh, gets him with a little interrupt. Okay.
Nice. Great side switch. Oh, wow. No
Kingston.
Kingston conversions there.
But the tables have already turned, and the lively is pretty much getting smaller and smaller here.
That conversion whiff, but it doesn't end up getting punished for it. Command Dash just get out of that corner. Nice. Block that. Wow, yeah, it's safe. Because it's so spaced. Forward rolls the fireball, but now you're under pressure. Nice!
Oh, with that command dash towards goes in for the
And-
and then
Oh no, it kills too early. We didn't get the fancy animation because it killed too early. But great showing from both players. Kisaragi just taking it though. Again,
Yeah. Oh.
everyone's laughing at the the start of this game comes out. Everyone's like, just use block button, lol. Lancelot has no mix. Just use block button, lol. Well, what do you call that, bro? Left right is not invalidated by block button. It is a bit. It is a bit, but you can still get hit, as we saw there.
Imagine not using the block button. LOL.
Yeah, imagine being a Lancelot player and not knowing the importance of the block button. Rip.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
That
so
was Kiyosin and Kisaragi. So, Benners
Nikajong,
and
Benners.
Nikajong. Let's go.
which we've seen. Well, we talked a little bit about it earlier. But this matchup can really go either way because if Basaraga gets his offense going against Ferry, she can blow up. She really, really can. But again, Ferry definitely has the tools to keep Basaraga out. So we're gonna have to see how that goes.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty, let's have a look. Are they in the lobby? Yeah, we got one. We got one. I just gotta wait for Benners. Basaraga, he's a little bit slower. His walk speed, his start up on that forward dash, not the best. Makes it a bit hard for him to block Yigi, but hopefully he can get here in time. And luckily he doesn't have to play against Yigi this time. It's just a Ferry, much better. Much easier to deal with. Yeah, Basaraga's hella hype.
Up, he's marching in now. He's coming. He's strolling down the aisle.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright, and they're on the right seats, so they're on the right cab. Let's go. I'm going to keep on pointing that out, because I'm going to try and give, some positive reinforcement. So then, it gets all of their neurons flying. They're like, yes, compliments. I'll sit on the right cab next time. Alright, Ferry. Basaraga, as expected. No weird character switches.
Boy.
Let's see how this goes. I mean, who are you rooting for? Yourself and the chat.
I want to vote for Basaraga just because I know slightly how one-sided this matchup can potentially be.
Yeah, again, there's definitely room for Basaraga to make his way in, and if he does get his way in like this, with that shoulder bash, that's exactly what we want to see.
Here we
You
go.
can win it, man.
With the DP for Barry.
But more importantly than that is the fact that we know that we have a Ferry in Grands. Well, not necessarily Grands, in Winners Finals. We know we have a Ferry. So, let's get some Vass love. In fairness, I'd already changed it before you sent me that mention. Don't take all the credit.
His son goes for the special.
I appreciate people keeping me on my game.
Big numbers and finishes off with that doggy dog DP. Oh.
Battle 2. Engage.
Am I versus Ferry roll over and give up? Yeah, well, it can feel like that for a lot of characters. It really can. Oh, that right there, like we're saying, shoulder barge, especially with the armor, really good at smoking Ferry. Going into stance with that armor though. Spending his Oki instead going for the armor. EX shoulder charges his way in. Again, with all that armor, you don't have to worry. Alright, looks like Benners has some knowledge of this matchup.
And he's definitely going to need that because this matchup is already in itself a little bit.
There you go, gets the command throw to end
He's showing
it.
us that he's doing some good things.
Battle 3.
Want to see Vixen Kisaragi? I want to see that too.
Oh, I want to see that as well. Oh my god.
I also want to see Banners. One of them has to face each other, assuming that one of them wins here. But Nika Chong as well. We can have like a Suedo. Now Maya, Rixter against Kisaragi.
Alright, good. Charges right through GG. Just Spider-Man swooping over Vasaraga's head, getting out of the corner again.
Hey, thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it.
EX shoulder tackle right back in Fairy's grill. Oh, just walking right towards Fairy, keeping her on her toes.
Look at all these jumps.
Oh yeah, Vasaraga's definitely been playing basketball this entire time, just being in the air constantly. Oh, and he's gonna punish that DP, but oh, unable to get that last hit.
Do you? The best button in the game. Let's go. Okay, Fairy. On that mix up, and yeah. Minus gets the gets the punish, but you're at chip point now.
Oh yeah, so this is gonna hurt. Anything that Vasaraga
One shoulder, one shoulder barge on your whip, you're dead. And he has the armor now.
Yup.
You really don't want to let that happen.
Oof, no Spider-Man whip this time.
Yeah.
There it is. Oof, no.
He even managed to block in time there, but obviously it doesn't matter. You're at that chip point. Ben is taking the first round.
Oof, Vasaraga is doing some due diligence here, folks.
It's not 7-3. It's not 7-3 or worse at all. I'd say this matchup is maybe 6-4 to Fairy, but Vasaraga can make it work.
Believe in victory.
I mean, we are seeing him making it work here.
Right? If you need any indictment of that, just look here. Nico a good Fairy against Ben is clearly a good Vasaraga. He's making it work. And Amaya versus Fairy. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it 7-3, but it's definitely one of the matchups that could maybe be in contention for 65-35. It's rough.
Speaking of rough, it's rough having Fairy in the corner as Vasaraga just completely dwindles down the health bar on Fairy. But wait a minute, got some daylight here. Fairy fired away out of the corner, gets the grab, good. Ooh,
yeah, I'd agree with him in this match. I'd agree.
Oh, he tries to go for the third grab, but he knew it was coming. Alright, here we go. Anime character install. Oh my goodness, the comeback is too real.
Rush down Fairy Ball, she's the only character in the game with reverse beats, so...
Oh my goodness, the comeback of this. Like, what is... Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, the chip.
Yeah, damn.
Oh my... Yo.
That was kind of doomed.
Wild. That was wild.
You had to try and cool out, Fairy trying to cancel into something unsafe there, like 214H. For that chip, but throws her into the corner. Gigi having an active hitbox as it's going through the sky is so messed up. It should only have a hitbox when it's actually active. It shouldn't be able to be used as an anti-air as well. Nice. Base DP. It's gonna hurt. Wow, didn't end with super. Could have killed there.
Ooh,
but,
with a nice good old low.
Kills him.
Battle 3, engage.
Exactly what you want to be seeing though. Baiting out the reversal, that's kind of like the only thing that Fairy has to deal with Vasaraga when he's on top of her.
Oh, gets him with the nice little whip, goes for set play. Gigi's in the back. Oh, gets hit, so he's gonna hold that hit stun for a while.
Yeah, gets hit over the head. It's a true 50-50 once you get through the first stage of RPS. Of course, with Vasaraga having no reversal to speak of, you're basically just free to meet him every single time though.
Alright, good blast. Nice dash in with a shoulder tackle. Putting Fairy in the corner and a nice optimum spot for Vasaraga.
Yeah, like Rix is saying as well, as Fairy, you really need to play aggressive in this matchup. You can't just kind of sit back throwing whips, because all it takes is one Vasaraga shoulder charge, and you can get smoked. Especially when you let him get armor like that, you know? This is going to make this matchup really, really hard. Fairy has a couple of good ways to deal with armor, like Firelight cancelling into 214L. And right there, 5U. 5U has a little bit of slow startup though, so it's risky throwing that out. Ooh, wow.
Ooh, the armor, please. Fairy, no.
Oh, wow. Fairy again, twice in a row now calling out the stance. Gets the DP as well. One touch will do it. Gets the overhead. Okay.
Oh,
staying alive. Talking about going more offensive.
Fairy is keeping it going, keeping the dream alive.
Holy hell. Literally stuffing out 2 of the stances there. That was really impressive. Nice air to air, but Vasaraga JL. Hella good button. If Charlotta's jail didn't exist, it might be one of the better jails in the game, but... Oh, nice. I'm not sure why Vasaraga's trying to mash there, though. It's definitely Fairy's turn.
Oh,
The only thing he could be calling out is throw, a universal overhead, or Fairy trying to like reset pressure, you know, with 2L into run forwards.
Okay.
That definitely favors Fairy, so we've seen him mashing there, and he died for it once in the first round. This is what we want to see. Nice adaptation coming out from the Fairy already. Going really aggressive, keeping the pressure down. Getting the DP.
Oh, that DP, wow. Woo.
Yeah. This is what we want to see. Reddis is going to have to work for it now.
I mean, he could definitely still come back. He's definitely been showing us some good moves here.
Yeah, but again, now that she's playing more aggressive, making him play, you know, the top tiers game.
Oh, the top tiers game. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Get down there. And the fucked up thing about that is that grounded buttons like that are air unblockable. So because he fell into GG and got stuck in the air blocking it, it was unblockable.
Oh my goodness. We're going for the EX shoulder tackle, getting Fairy into the
Nice.
corner. Goes
Gets
to the grab, nice.
throw. Gets the jump in. Do you reckon he messed up DP there? It's going to cost him his life regardless.
Jeez. I know that had to hurt. Ouch, wow.
I mean, yeah, look at this boy. Look at how huge this man is.
Yeah. That's definitely, I tell you, that's definitely someone I would not want to run into in a dark alley.
Yeah, it's clear that once he gets that armor going, he can really run his game plan, getting the armor up again. One combo does it.
Yo,
there you
the
go.
match just started. What happened? Oh no!
Well, GG's. That ended just as quickly as that round started.
I looked away and it was over.
Nico, great showing, man. I love the adjustments. It really breathed some life into your own gameplay, but Benner's showing us why you shouldn't be sleeping on Vass. And now, some hearts are going to have to be broken at some point, because we're going to be going over to Kisaragi and Benner's. So, someone's got to lose.
We all can't be winners. There's got to be some losers. It's always really good and satisfying to see a very good Vasaraga player, because people give him so much shit for no reason. But when you really see them in tournament play, like, they really do some fantastic things, like especially when it comes to, like, the hard reads or just their overall aggressive gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. Again, Vasaraga has tools, and everyone was, you know, they've been sipping on him. Bottom 2 character. That's what people have been saying about Vass from nearly the start, and this just comes to show that even in the US, right, really early on, Vasaraga was taking so many tournament wins, and you cannot sleep on Vass. Even the lower tier characters in this game, regardless on if you think Vass is low tier or not, I personally side on the side of he's about A tier. Most characters in this game are A tier. Luwing's the only one that I could argue is maybe B tier. He's definitely a pretty incomplete character, bless him. But he was still taking names with day one with Yggdrasil, right? So even he you can't sleep on.
Yep.
Every character in this game is sick. With just a little bit of adjustments, I think we're going to be seeing a really balanced game. And even if nothing changes, I love Granblue, man.
Oh yeah, Granblue has definitely been one of those games that's going to get a lot more people outside of the veterans to just get into fighting games. It's a fantastic game in and of itself. Yeah,
it's really brought all of the FGC together, right? You've got the Mortal Kombat NRS players, you've got the Street Fighter players, you've got Melody players, you've even got card games over in Japan, you know? Lots of famous card game players are all playing this game. Especially in Japan, everyone is grinding this game. And it applies in the West as well. Everyone's loving this game. It's brought the FGC together in, you know, quarantine times. If only they had good netcode or good lobbies. You know, that's the one thing that this is missing for quarantine vibes.
That's what I'm hearing. Like, Arxis did a good thing when they gave us a better netcode for, what is it, the new GG
Strive.
that came out?
Yeah.
For
I mean, Hearts are Blazing is a Strive reference, right? You know, still my heart is blazing, yeah. Everyone loves that shit. But it was supposed to be a Strive server, but then Granblue came out and it's like, nah.
Like, nah, let's hop on this train while we can.
It's just going to become a community server for running events. And so far, thank you to everyone who's in the stream, everyone who's in the Discord, everyone who's been attending the event, you know, and everyone in general in the online scene. Of course, thank you to Shin for being here with me. All of you guys are the people that make it possible. And it's been great so far.
Yep, because we are honestly, the FGC would be nothing without our player and fan base. So we thank you folks all day, every day for your continued support and of course involvement.
It really wouldn't be possible without all of you guys, and obviously shout outs to ATC. Kisaragi here is one of the main people around ATC, and they run great bi-weekly events. Again, we yoinked their spot this week. This is supposed to be their spot, but they ran their event yesterday to kind of make room for us, so sorry about that.
How nice of them.
Yeah, right. We've moved over our slot now. All of the events from now on are going to be weekly on Fridays, is to not clash with ATC. So shoutouts to ATC, shoutouts to Gib, shoutout to C4IQ, all of the people, and Moss, you're in the chat as well, I know that. Shoutouts to all of you running amazing Granblue events, keeping everyone entertained, giving us some grinding to do, you know? Alright, let's go. Let's get into the match. Let's see this.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm so hyped, man. Now, this matchup is way less, it's kind of ride or die for both of those characters. The second one of them slips, well, not necessarily. Veri has to do, like, a continuous onslaught, kind of has to play perfectly, but she has the tools to do that. Whereas Vasaraga has to kind of ride or die, get in there. If he can run his game plan, he can win it. Whereas this matchup is a lot more controlled, I feel. Both of these characters have their game plan, but it's not like they're mutually exclusive like Veri and Vasaraga are.
Oh boy, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Nice, and then the intro's rock, Men of Culture.
Yes, Stream Puff, I need Zoe to hurry up and come out too. Like, I saw the release, I saw like that quick clip of Zoe, and I was like, yep, new main.
Hey man, Bob's theme is the best theme in the game at the moment. That's why everyone's letting it rock. Essentially every tournament, man. It's the only theme I hear.
Oh, yeah, oh absolutely. Holy
nice. Okay, so the thing to remember about that stance change right there is that it has infinite hits of armor. So as long as Vasaraga has the health, he can just power drive through absolutely anything, including supers. Nice, getting back thrown into the corner for the whiffed sword charge.
Here we go, here we go. What you got for me, Nirmaya?
Vasaraga respecting all of those frame traps here. Just sitting in the corner like I'm saying. Gonna be a lot more controlled. Baits out the DP.
This is gonna hurt Nirmaya just ever so slightly as Vasaraga is gonna pile on this damage right in the super.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Ah, full screen, my bad. That is my bad. I can't see my stream right now.
Nirmaya's still in this with the sliver.
Nice, good throw tech. Last time we saw them getting back thrown off of it, but this time adjusting.
Good DP, good DP. Oh,
nice, here we go. Armor's up. Takes the stance.
No.
Gets the guard crush. Yeah, I need to get my third monitor back. It's downstairs with my family right now. I lent it to them. If I get my third monitor back, stream's always up. Could always make sure I'm in the right scene. But thank you to everyone in the chat for keeping me on my toes today. Man, this theme's so sick. And these characters are sick. And these players are sick. Good vibes, good vibes. I love this game. Now, Vast Fireball, very similar to Percival Fireball, is really good at controlling space because it's so low to the ground you can't forward roll it. And when you have a health lead like you do right now, there's really no reason not to just keep on throwing it out. Looking for a moment like that to get your armor. Damn, nice. He's that shot charge with 246L. Blocks the universal overhead, so now it's Vasaraga's turn. Nice, goes into stance, has the armor, takes the throw.
With that command, though, that's gonna hurt. Be slightly demoralizing, but it's still there, I believe.
The thing is, though, is that when you see Vas going into those steps, the way that you deal with it, basically, is if you see him walking forwards, you go for a throw, and you can throw him out of it. And if you see him go for a button, you spot dodge, and you can beat all of the options. Apart from, of course, the throw, which, because if you do spot dodge, it doesn't have throw invuln, so you do just get launched out of it, which is why throw is like the big equalizer for Vasaraga. But Benners, again, showing us, don't sleep.
Believe in victory.
Don't sleep on him. Don't do it. Just don't do it. And that's definitely one of the reasons why a lot of people, at least first day, were definitely losing to a lot of Vasaragas. Like, they just did not know how to handle that charge with the armor. Like, it was ridiculous how many people would just like kind of just sit there and be like, what do I do?
And weirdly, a lot of the popular characters, whilst they have great tools for dealing with neutral, etc., which is why they keep him down a little bit, don't have the best tools for dealing with his armor. Like Catalina, Gran, they have EX Fireball, but outside of that, not much, really. Nice, good
Alright,
conversion.
EX from Narmaya.
Goes for the reset, gets the throw.
Still keep the pressure. Nice universal.
Nice, gonna be dead. No, goes for a reset instead, or a drop, whatever you want to call it.
Narmaya don't do this. Not like
She
this.
gets the kill, it's a reset.
Vasaraga is going back on the offensive here. Goes over
If
with
she
command
dies,
attack
it's a
and
drop.
And then coast. Oh, it's hit by the DP.
Oh, okay. It was a reset.
Narmaya, stop.
It wasn't a drop, it was a reset.
An American reset. That's what we call it over here. Good old American reset. Oh god. Alright, pushes Vasaraga over into the
Universal
corner.
overhead counter hit. Oh, drops it though. Now you're in the corner.
Oh no. Bring out the spot dodge, and what you got first, Narmaya? Oh, early spot dodge gets packed with that scythe.
Okay, that's something that you don't want to see. Is again, you can just throw him. You could have back thrown him into the corner there on each of those steps. All you got to do is look out for those buttons, because you don't want to be trying to throw those buttons.
Right. Oh, there we go. Right into special. Put on some damage here. And this should definitely finish.
Yeah. Not only is it going to finish, we're going to get the fancy input, like
Yeah,
the fancy ender.
Cinematic finish. Let's go.
Hey, don't worry, guys. I've got you. I've went ahead and finished the RPG mode, so you get
Believe in victory.
that uncensored finisher. But Benners, let's see if he can keep it alive. Both players going back and forth at this point. And again, both of them showing that they have a great knowledge of the game plan with only slight mistakes from either one.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely saying that. Like, oh my goodness, the constant back and forth that I'm seeing is phenomenal.
DP, again, you need to take your turn straight away, Vass, when you lock Universal Overhead. You're +1. She doesn't have DP available to her, she's just used it. Nice, gets the throw.
Man, bro, oof. From coast to coast, just shoulder tackles, just putting them into that corner, and that just goes on with the onslaught. Oh, what the reversal? Narmaya! Oh my god!
Just use block button, XD. Left, right, it's not real, XD. Nice, takes the plus frames.
Oh, goodness.
Doesn't
Oh, there
convert
it
it
is.
into any
Oh.
meaningful pressure though, and Bennis is at match point.
Battle 2. Engage.
Alright, let's go. Let's see if Professor Raga can bring it back. I really don't know who I want to win this. I really like both of them. But I did snake ATC earlier, so I'm gonna have to go with Kisaragi, man.
Kisaragi, okay.
Nice, good
Okay.
DP.
Ooh, good DP. Okay, Narmaya. Empty
Yeah,
hand
Vass
thing.
deals the pressure. Nice, takes the plus frames. Playing patiently, looking for a chance to get that armor.
Switches stances. All right, Narmaya, what you got for me? Ooh. Gets hit with that last
Nice.
string of that shoulder
Excellent.
crush. Ooh.
And gets the counter hit. This could be dead. Nah, not quite.
Not yet, not yet. Empty
Empty
jump in,
jump
goes for
front.
grab, good tech. Ooh, now it's the tables a turn. Vasaraga back on the offensive here.
Yeah, nice shimmy as well coming out from him there.
Oh no. Don't let him get that one convert.
Nice, there you go. Spot dodges it, adapting nice and quickly. Vasaraga jumping out of the frame trap there. Ooh, the load just missing, but
Yo.
this is anyone's game.
They're both literally at one touch. This is, oh. This is exciting.
Oh, there you go, damn.
Oh no.
Dice of the whiffs DP. Nice attempt. GG's Kisaragi and Benners. We're going to be seeing Benners in the losers finals. Great showing from both of you, though. Some great matches up until this point.
That was definitely a great match. Holy jeez.
Alright, so now we actually have our top three. Our top three is going to be Benners, Rao, and Rixter. All great players, you know. It was really hard to call the losers bracket, but I did kind of call Rixter and Rao in the top four. So, you know,
I mean, you did.
just saying,
You did.
just saying.
You did.
But we're going to be going up now. Straight up to the winners finals. This is going to be a best of 5 between Rao and Rixter. Alright, let's get him in here.
Oh.
Alright, here he is. Nice and quick, see? That's what you like about the experienced tournament players. They get in there, nice and quick. So, what's your predictions, everyone? This is actually a really hard one to call. I personally think the matchup, like the character matchup, is a little bit Gran favored. But it can go either way. It really can, especially with the players being who they are. But Rixter against Rao. Let's ignore the character matchup. Rixter, Rao. Who's going to win? Rixter going to lose 3-0? Okay.
Ooh, 3-0. Wow, those are pretty bold words.
I mean, I've seen this matchup before. It's not that much of a wash. Their picks is Ferry and Gran. I know that you don't play the game, so that doesn't mean much to you. You're just going to base it off of how they look, but... Now what? Now what, Crest? You've seen them. What do you think?
Fairy versus paint huffing. Oh,
Rao has more S's? You're right. You can't argue with that one. That's just maths, right? There's more S's. Therefore. Nice, good to you.
Fairy gets the first blood, but Gran, just as the paint huffer he is, just goes in and sticks his boot out, and he's just like, alright, I'm winning again.
You know, finally, you know, an observable flaw with Ferry is that her cross-up buttons aren't that great. Does it make up for everything else? Not really, but I did get a caught there.
Gigi's just like, I dare you, get in my face.
They got onto the wrongs. Oh, versus Axel? Hell no. This is more like Ken versus Dalsim.
Ken versus Dalsim. Okay. I believe that. Oh boy. Okay.
More so than Axel saw, for sure.
Fairy's got a nice life lead here. She can be, you know, play a defensive conservative if she needs to. Gran has to get in the best he can. Ooh, nice DP. Wow, I feel that was very far for that to connect, but okay.
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, both of these characters have some shit. They basically turn a hit anywhere into a nice full conversion. Ooh, what? Fuck Gran! That character just whiffed light DP and was completely safe.
Safe, yep. That was a thing that literally just happened. Ooh, nice JU, okay. Gets the EX boot, gets the nice
yeah,
box.
you know, nice and safe.
Nice and safe.
Oh, brilliant DP though. You can't knock that. That's just good sense.
Gets the grab with 3 seconds left on the clock. Trying to go for another grab.
With 2 seconds left on the clock, he's like, fuck this. I'm not going for a meaty. I'm not risking this 50-50 with the fucking DP. Just give me that throw.
That's wild.
Holy shit.
Gotta do it again.
That takes like balls of steel though, because you were at chip point as well. I mean,
he committed.
Oh my lord!
What? I literally blinked and their health was at 30%. What just happened?
Ferry is the squishiest character in the game, but.
Alright, they go hold.
Nice,
hold
good
that
conversion.
There you go.
Making Gran look equally squishy right now. Look at the damage. These characters are top tier for a reason, guys.
That AP, okay. Oh, and no,
Yeah,
it just punishes that DP right after. Oh.
Sorry to see that happen, man. Sorry to see that happen. But you did a great showing throughout all the tournament. I loved watching you play. I want to hit you up for some casuals at some point. You got to show me Namaya's source. But Rao taking the first one. Quickly change that over as well. Just your caps.
The forbidden Namaya tech.
Yeah, I know quite a lot of. If you look at the combos and tech channel and scroll up, they, you know, in the first week of Namaya, I was on that as well. Spam posting all of that Namaya tech. But you know, it wasn't for me. I slid out of there. But this round start has been very, wow, I was about to say very tame. But then Gran decided to use boot and got 50% for it. Oh, there you go, used boot, but doesn't get punished that meaningfully. Goes for a little bit of an early DP, looking to whip punish there. Ooh, air-to-air conversion, and you're dead.
Oh my god, he gets the low and just catches her slipping and he gets the win.
Yeah.
Gran, please.
Gran be like.
Why are you like this?
I mean, say what we want, Rao is doing a phenomenal job right now.
Yes, yes.
Like, each and every one of these boots is safe or getting a hit, which is kind of not necessarily a talent in itself, because that shit is safe way too early, but most Grands definitely end up throwing it out in risky situations.
Alright, GG's out. Hold up, lock sun, boost the cross up. Ooh,
Damn.
that's a DP. You don't have it there.
Late DP, you don't see that very often.
I mean,
Nice.
hey, it works.
Wow, great DP. Again, it's kind of how you win this matchup, is just DPing Ferry's whips and getting in for free with boot. But he's doing a great job of it.
For those grabs, he's taking out at all of them. He's like, not again. Not this time. Not this time.
Right, this could be dead. It wouldn't surprise me.
If he's able to convert, which he's able to.
Ah, so close.
Oh, not enough.
Again, another great DP. And even in situations like this, you can't be afraid to throw them out. You really just got to let it rip. Because if you let Ferry play her game, you're just going to lose.
Yep.
Player one.
Rix is taking his first round. Let's go. I mean, you're all saying that Grand's going to win it. I'm all for Ferry. Ferry's definitely dirty, but I'd rather be beaten by dirty than so clean that it looks dirty, you know? So clean it makes everything around him looks grim. Oh, nice. Last Clash. And that right there is why Gran is so messed up on Clash. His boot and his second hit of auto combo put him in the air, which made Clash so hard to deal with.
Yep, because literally after that second clash was pushing him in the air, he's going to beat out anything else you throw at him. So it's just like,
Oh, wow.
oh, nice roll. Okay.
I don't know, it was a nice spot dodge read from Rixter, but doesn't end up getting the punish. Uh-oh, Gran charged up that 5U. He's ready.
Someone's about to get blasted.
Nice, Rixter keeping him out, keeping him honest, not throwing out too many buttons to get DP'd.
He's trying to roll in,
Speaking
but
of, oh, what the
What
fuck?
the
That lag
hell
spike
was
looked like it
that?
might have forced a drop. And again, 2U into super, that's safe, because why not? Now you're at chip point, and DP finishes it out.
Yo.
That's so mess up. Why couldn't you special cancel like that from 2U on block? Rao taking 2-0. And yeah, that lag spike was huge.
That was wild.
Oh.
Bruh.
We're going to see a character switch. They're going to hop cabs. We're going to restart the room. What's going on? Oh no, they're just restarting, making sure there's no more lag going on.
Okay.
Oh, I set max limit to 2 wins, did I? Alright, I'll go ahead and change that next time. Would have died without that lag spike, yeah, for sure. Which is why the bullshit that is 2U into SSBA, you know, it's not so bad. Because the Fury was dead anyway, or should have been. But in situations where that isn't the case, man, it's messed up. Good DP. Bring us back to mid-screen. Nice, good 2U.
Get with that nice low. Okay, Fairy. And Gran just doing Gran things once again, just in the boot, got him in the corner.
Oh
once
my
more.
lord.
Just a stagger pressure.
Nice.
EX boot. Oh, you thought you were safe. Not this time.
Yeah, because right there, it's effectively a 50-50, right? Gran is minus, but he can just elect to DP.
Right.
So that's why you'd usually be tentative in that situation, but Rixter, as ever, has a great hold on RPS. 2U into super, you're now at chip point,
Oh, goodness. This. Oof.
and you chipped.
Chip damage. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like the fact that they did, in fact, add chip damage into this game. That you can get chipped out. That's pretty wild.
I don't know, I like it, and I think it's implemented well. I just feel like, as ever, Gran and Catalina have a... Wow, specifically Gran, he has a little bit of an abuse of that system right now. Because there's no recovery on nearly anything he does, including his SSBA. It makes it so that it's impossible to punish it, right? Unless you forward roll, but you can't forward roll if you're in block stun.
Nope. Alright, so now GG. What's going on here? Stares it down. Oh no. Oof. Very close. Gets opened up though. And then this is going to kill.
Yeah, there we go. Rix is showing signs of life. Rao on match point though.
Battle 3. Engage.
Damn, gets pulled in. Gets DP'd.
Wow, he's like, he just looked GG in the eye and said, not today.
I mean, you gotta think about the reward for Gran there, right? Mostly takes about a 20-30% combo there if he doesn't do that, but if he gets the reward, he forces Fairy towards the corner, which is what you want to be doing. But, you know, Rixer has adjusted really well, gone back to neutral. Misses the EX whip though, and that's a pretty big drop. Nice, good DP.
Ooh. How's it go for that JU? Nope, 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 nope.
Nice, good mash as well. Dick Throne.
Oh, there we go.
Dick
Oh,
Throne.
here we go with the grabs once more. Can I get one more?
Can I open you up with mids real quick? Nope.
Like, oh, you won't do it. You won't do it.
Can't open up Rixter, man.
Oh, there
Gonna need more than mids. But again, Rixter's showing signs of life. No 3-0 for you, Cynical.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
You don't fancy your chances if Rixter loses? Man, I would be terrified of either of these players. Nice, good string, good pressure. Rixter being really respectful, then yeah, just getting out there with 6 here. Back to mid-screen, and somehow Gran is taking a significant chunk of very south compared. Yeah, there you go. With punishing the whips. Nice universal overhead.
Overhead. Come on, what you got for us? You trade back and forth. We're liking it, but we need to see some big things happening here. What's going on? Oh,
Yeah, no. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ.
Can we talk about that Far 5H though? Like, oh my god.
That's 5U, that one right there. Hence the wall
bang.
bang. Yeah, they look very fucking similar. Don't worry about it.
Big button, like, oh my god.
Either way, going straight into this, the one thing that I want to say, Ben, is that, yeah, not only does it look like he's reacting with EX Pepper, which he is, genuinely, he's buffering them pretty much all the time, when he's in RPS situations, it almost looks like he's reacting to the option that you choose, which, you know, isn't the case, it's an RPS situation, but he's so accurate with them that it definitely feels like that sometimes.
With the reverse grab, but then finds his way out of the corner.
I mean, DRTN nerf everything about Gran's recovery. All of the top 5 beta characters need more recovery. This is match point. One more touch is gonna do it.
Take throw. Let me get one more throw. One more throw. You know you want it. Just throw him one more time. Oh,
damn, what? What do you mean he's mashing with boot?
Just finishes it off.
Yeah, why not, bro? Finishes off with the boot for the culture.
Ass boots. Oh man, you hate to get finished off
bad
with
at
that boot
balancing. Just saying, Arc isn't bad at balancing. This game, relatively balanced. There are some issues, beta characters especially, they have some severe flaws, being a little bit too overtuned for the rest of the casts. Like, they forgot to balance them. They even nerfed all the beta characters, but they're still 10 times better than everyone else. But if you have a look around at the rest of the games, right, you got Granblue, you got Guilty Gear Xrd. These are all games that have quite controlled chaos in that everyone is hella good, but that makes a relatively balanced environment. And Granblue is pretty similar. There are a few issues, there are a few universal changes that need to happen, a few specific changes that also need to happen to the upper echelons of the cast, but generally speaking, I'd say it's a pretty balanced game. How do you feel about it?
Let's see. I definitely, from my perspective, I believe that it's definitely a balanced game. It's definitely a lot more balanced than any of the other games that I played. And like you said before, there are some little things that you might want to question, but that's just from like the beta characters that have already been in here from jump. So of course they're gonna have a little bit of a leg up because they were here first. And then until they go ahead and give us a patch where they change a few things around, they're still gonna be thriving as best as they can. But outside of that, it's pretty well balanced outside of the privileged few.
Original 5 characters. Yeah, full screen. I've got you, bro. I was just having to change a few of the scenes because they hopped onto the cabs real quick whilst I was going on.
Ooh, nice cross up with that. Okay.
Yeah, let's go, Banners. Knocking out Kisaragi.
Hold this block stun real quick. Goes in for the grab. Nice.
And we've seen Benners deal with a fairy earlier, but Rixter is on another level, man. He really is. On the past 2 events.
The spacing that I'm seeing from Rixter right now is phenomenal. Just staying right out of that shy range of that edge.
It's not any old fairy either. This is a nasty ass fairy. Nice. Shoulder charges. Gets his way in. There you go. It's the command, bro. The great equalizer, bro. All matchups, who cares, bro?
Vasaraga has a slight higher life lead. DP, now they're about even.
Yeah, nice. Life leads at that much HP don't really mean much, especially because of the fact that Vasaraga has so much more effective HP than Ferry does. But if Ferry can keep him out, that's all that matters, right? But as we see, Benes gets in. That makes it so that in that case, you know, the life lead doesn't matter, because if Vasaraga's in, he's going to smoke Ferry. Can someone remind me why Ferry has a DP? Ferry has a DP because without it, she'd actually be kind of smoked by a lot of the cast, I can't lie. I don't think it should be a 7-frame DP. I don't think it should be, like, tied for one of the best DPs in the game. But she definitely deserves to have a DP. I don't think it's that out of place, unless you look at the context of other fighting game characters that are similar to Ferry. But you look at Axel, right? Axel has a DP.
Vasaraga slowly but surely coming in.
Nice.
Sliding the deal. Ooh, that 5U.
Yeah, 5U has so many hits that it can go through Armored Stance real easily. But it has startup, right? So you don't want to get counter hit punished. Speaking of... Damn. Nice.
Ooh, just spot dives through with it. GG just like knock him out.
Nah, he baited it out. I'm not sure if he blocked it or spot dodged it, but he called it out.
Imagine Dawson having a DP.
I mean, honestly, again, if we're going to compare it to the context of other games, we can't just ignore and, you know, pick and choose where we want to. I think in the context of this game, it's completely fine that Ferry has a DP, but it definitely shouldn't be tied for one of the best DPs in the game. There's Beppo. Good dog.
Oh, here we go. Eunice time.
Ripple overhead, blocks the first one.
Longest 10 seconds of your life. Here we go.
Nice, gets the air recovery, so doesn't have to eat the whip. Gets the low, gets the armor. This is exactly what I want to see from Vass. Yeah, he's already shown you can't do that. You can't just walk towards him.
Nope. He's gonna just break. He's gonna give him enough time to just bring out that 5U. Alright, got some good damage going on here.
Again, such sick supers, man. They went the extra mile with Vass for sure. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that stomp. Okay. Let's go for the command grab. You know you want to. Oof. Gets the trip up and just walks all over Ferry like she's nothing.
Okay, Benes. Okay. We see you. Taking the first round.
And once again, Benner's just showing us that you cannot sleep on this character, like, at all.
Yeah, that's the big reason why Vasaraga gets a 90% combo on Ferry. Saragi. That super does mad damage.
Oh, God.
Nice. Great play coming from both players, but now that Richter has managed to get out of the pressure, yeah, Benes is going to hold this. I try and return to neutral if I was Richter here, but he's keeping the pressure up. Like you said earlier. Nice, good conversion. Gets the knockdown. Now you have to take that mix up. It's an overhead. Yeah, I mean, literally, Richter was talking about it earlier during Nico against Benes. But what Ferry needs to do in this matchup is play as aggressive as possible. Keep Vasaraga pinned down so that he can't just get a shoulder charge and run his neutral or run stance, stuff like that. And he's did a great job there of showing exactly what he means. Because when you don't do that, it ends up looking a bit like this.
Yeah, because the shoulder charge goes for the command grab. Oh, just get the hard read.
7 gold letters against Richter.
Ouch!
Holy hell. All of that started from a great anti-air from Vasaraga, man. Nice, gets the armor up. Uses it on shoulder charge as opposed to stomp in neutral, which is good. We've seen him get smoked from yeah, they really do. There's a bunch of things that people complain about from her, you know. A JH, a 2U, the fact that she has a DP, the fact that she exists.
The fact that she exists, you went from like 0 to 100. This is like maybe 3 things in her choice kit. You know what? Just take the character out. Just ask her.
I mean, I've heard it. I've unironically heard people saying that. And I don't have a problem with Ferry until I play Ferry. That shit's fucked up.
Here we go. Big orb that just controls all of neutral here.
I mean, the tier list that set Vasaraga in C tier is just dumb. There's no character in this game that could be considered anything below B tier. All the characters in this game are sick, including Vass. I've got them right up there in A tier. Nice, what a combo, man.
Very nice. Finishes up all clean. Look at that. We're back at 1-1. Still anyone's game, folks.
Really is. It's a best of 3, a best of 5 pardon as well. Best of 3. So we still got a ways to go. So many bad matchups, but most of them are winnable.
Believe in victory.
Like this matchup 60-40, but it's winnable. Lowain has some really big... Lowain has a bunch of missing tools. So that's why Lowain is, you know, a step below everyone else. 2 summons, a barely functioning parry. No cash-in super. Lowain has a bunch of fundamental issues that kind of put him a little bit of a step below the rest of the cast. But even Lowain has Source. He has that awesome Source, man. Can't sleep on any of these characters.
He's trying to break through that ridiculous fairy defense right now, but to no avail. We're starting with the jump-ins here. What you got?
They definitely shouldn't deal 0 damage to you, but you can definitely mitigate how much damage they deal to you compared to other supers that can just be used as a cash-in. He needs that reliable stuff. He has no reliable specials, no reliable supers. Aside from Awesome Source. Awesome Source is sick. But yeah, going back to the match. Venice has a huge life lead here. And armor, and he's just holding that. But now there goes his armor. So you really can't count Rixer out here. He has 30 seconds to open Benners up.
Which is plenty of time. He's got the range.
Oh, there you go. He's been opened.
He's now got the install. There we go.
Ooh, drops.
Oh no. Oh no. It's back to being. Oh, there we go.
You can combo off a HPA from anti-air counter hit, but it's very specific.
Ooh, Fairy just putting on the damage and keeping him in the corner, just keeping him locked in.
Yeah, spamming that to you. You got the best button in the game against Vasaraga's relatively tame buttons. You spam that shit. Alright, anime time.
So once more, hold this block stun real quick, fam. Oh, it's opened up, my goodness.
I like that he's doing reverse beat 2L there to cancel the longer recovery of the rest of his moves.
Right.
Pretty cool.
And with that, Rixta puts another number on the board, putting this 2-1.
Yeah, nice quick one as well. And the one thing that you really don't want to do against Fairy is start to get flustered. Because if you get flustered, you're just going to get opened up. You have to be really deliberate. I forgot to change the round limit. My bad, guys.
That's definitely what we're starting to see here. Is Benner's definitely had a good, strong start with the beginning set, but as Fairy is slowly but surely starting to open him up a lot more, he's starting to lose that composure.
Alright, getting right back into it. Apologies again for the match limit. I keep forgetting to change it. I'll make sure to change it for the grand finals. But, again, I really want to see Banners take it because Vasaraga, man. I love Rixta, and Rixta winning 3 events in a row would be at least, you know, it would be at least a narrative to write. But Vasaraga's too sick, man.
I mean, it's always, like, low-key, like, secretly satisfying to see a Vasaraga win Grand
Yeah,
Finals.
it's got that underdog privilege, you know, especially as Rixta is already the current man to beat. Nice good conversion, gets the knockdown. Yeah, so you get so much frustration from close heavy there.
Oh, and he gets opened up with that lower GG. And here we go with the magical orb that just destroys everything. Ooh, gets that convert to finish out the round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Well, now we're at match point, technically. I believe in Bennis, he can bring this back. Nice! Great call out on the mash there. He ended up getting 214H though. I'm not quite sure why Rixta was going for that.
Gets the reverse grab, okay. Putting Bennis back in the corner. Now, Fairy, it's a big Fairy's game right now.
Again, gentleman's agreement. You whiff throw, I'll whiff it back.
Alright, GG is out. Back to being active. Banner's just holding on for dear life, trying to get out of the corners. And magic pixel time.
Stay alive fast. You can do it, bro. No.
Oh no.
And he's out of there just like that. GG's, man. Great showing, Banners.
Yeah, GG's. All in good. All in good. All in good.
But he's actually very kind.
Those are nice. Those are
Honestly,
nice.
Banners, I want to see you in more events because we need more of that Vasaraga action, dude.
We definitely need more Vasaraga people. Please and thank you.
Alright, let me... There we go, sweet.
So with that, let's see.
Alright, good luck. Rickster, Rao. Two phenomenal players. We've seen them play against each other before. Not just in this event, but many others. If you guys, like me, have been around watching all the EU events going on right now. We're in Grand Finals. This is a double elimination tournament. So, there is a loser's reset. Rickster, coming from loser's bracket, is going to have to reset the bracket. It's best of 5. So he has 2 long sets to try and win. Against Rao, who we've seen knock him down as losers to begin with. Is he going to get the run back?
We gonna see. We definitely gonna see. Oh, look at this, being very cautious, just chilling.
Ah, there we go. Something was up. But in honesty, I could have believed that. I could have believed that was Granblue neutral. It wasn't, but I could have believed it.
Like it looked about right. So I mean, you know, yeah.
Hopefully we'll get Rao back in soon. I mean, sending me a DM's not going to help. That's the last thing I'm going to be looking at, Stream Puff. Waiting to hear back from Rao. Maybe see if he's back in the lobby already. But you know what? I don't think there was a meaningful enough HP lead there to call a bye. So I think, you know, we're going to just reset it. We could take a win away from the Gran. That'd be interesting.
Oh, no. That'd be wild.
Could do that. What do you reckon, chat? Reset the bracket?
Oh no, don't do that.
You know, give him the nice reset.
We can't control DCs like that. What?
Either way, Rao versus Rickster, it's going to be an interesting one. Here we go, he's back in.
There we go.
Versus Gran.
Alrighty, getting right into it. Rickster Rao.
Believe in victory.
Hopefully we'll see a little bit of a difference from what we saw a second ago. Thank you, Abraham, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Nice to see you play today. Nice. This is what we want to see. I mean, at this point, everyone knows I'm biased. I want Rickster to take this. I want to see the underdog in this situation come back. I've seen Rao beat Rickster before. You know, we get the narrative. One way or the other, we get a good narrative, right? We get someone who's finally beaten Rickster, and it happens to be Rao who's winning all the other online tournaments right now. Or we get the narrative of Rickster winning 3 events in a row, both for Pog. One of us playing Gran, one of us playing a cute bunny girl. It's kind of...
Oh man, if you're going with Rickster, I gotta go with Rao. I gotta go with the paint sniffer. Let's go.
I mean, there's got to be something in the paint huffing, right? There's got to be something there. Otherwise, so many characters wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, like everyone's doing it, so it must be cool, right?
Hey, Rickster's one of the best players I've ever seen, man. I've never discounted him. And the same to Rao. Rao's phenomenal.
Wow, did everyone just see that damage? Oh my god,
Yeah,
goes in the
into
special.
a reset.
Yep. Ouch.
Yeah, it is a bit fucked up that Ferry has some of the best Oki in the game. But you know, you could just be phenomenal at playing the basic offense of the game like Gran. Because that's all you need. The basic offense of the game and the biggest damage in the game. Yes! Very neutral, let's go!
Ooh, that boot. Nope.
Yeah, very good banners.
Going on some fireballs. I'm just playing some good old Granblue.
Yeah, Rix has been playing, like, we laugh, well, I laughed, very spamming 2U and neutral, but it's really indicative of the fact that Rixa is being super patient right now, just pressing the buttons that are good, taking Gran's pressure, and looking for that opening. Because you really can't be getting hit by a counter hit, you know, not by a DP, not by a boot.
Ooh, not by a boot, not by an EX boot too, because again, that's all the hell just gone.
No, he's still living. Still living. Gets hit by the two.
No more.
Gets hit by the two button. The two button.
Yari yari. Hey, this one isn't English. Nice. The character's slightly more bearable.
Slightly more
Building
barrel.
and victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. It's kind of similar to the gut system in place in a lot of the other games in under Arxis. At 30% HP, you take slightly less damage. That is, if I'm honest, you had a really good showing against Rixner. You shouldn't feel upset at all, man.
EX, there we go.
Nice, gets the JU.
Oh, that cross up is wild.
Yeah, it's really hard to read JU, but at the same time, just use the block button, unironically in those situations. Wow, Boo coming through the Momo pool, trading with it. I mean, I don't think that Vass has the worst defense in the game. Like, there are lots of characters who can kind of tie him for it,
With a few
like
lows,
Matera.
able to crack him open, gets that special. Oh, yeah, this is gonna finish.
Yeah.
You got Bahamut, yeah, this is gonna finish.
For sure. I mean, you're getting blown up. Any character's getting blown up by that.
As long as we're together.
Down. Oof.
Battle.
Yeah, at least characters like Matera have relatively good Abare buttons to mash out with, but that's kind of where Vasaraga's defense falls a little bit short.
Alright, Kran's got the
Nice,
corner.
nice.
Ooh, with the next EX DP from Barry. EX Fireball, EX Boot, just keep the damage, my god.
Cran LDP is crazy. That thing literally has no recovery. We saw a perfect example earlier, didn't we? Where?
We really did. Like,
He whiffed
hello.
LDP, Rixer was right there, on the ball,
Literally.
ready with the punish, doesn't get it, and Gran taking the
Like,
round.
Like when we say right there, like literally sitting on top of his hitbox, getting ready to throw a button out, and Gran was just like, psych,
Yeah, but what if I block this,
safe.
though?
safe.
Again, just add a little bit of recovery to the top tiers. I think we'll be Daijobu. With that said, Rao is now at match point, so Rick's gonna be feeling it. Gotta be sweating. Phenomenal player, phenomenal chat character. Well, to be honest, that's true of both of them. It'd be hard to tell who I'd be talking about at that point, but, you know, one of them does that. One of them takes 60%. Did he just combo with light DP?
Nani the fuck. Hello.
Predictable.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Rickster.
Okay, let's go. Close heavy combo. One more touch will do it. Wow, never mind. Doesn't end up converting off of it completely.
Oh, what?
I'm loving this. Cancelling into 2L. I haven't seen many fairies do this before, but it's pretty
Gran
important.
really
No!
Bro.
Come on, Gran!
Oh.
Gets the far one, the close one.
Get that
Oh,
long.
Damn it.
Get
Rickster
that
worked
long
so
range-
hard,
That
man.
long range 2U into the special. Hello? Like what? I'm done with you, game.
Rickster worked so hard, bro. He almost had it as well.
2U Abare Super. Let's
I mean,
go.
honestly, it's the best strat in the game. There's like no downsides to it. It's fucking crazy. On hit, you get 50%. On block, you're safe. Oh, wow. Rick's is sweating.
No. Oh no. With the grabs. Here they come. With
Bad,
the
bad.
lockdown goes the overhead. Get the punishment off the counter hit. Goes in special. And... Oh.
Wow. I have never seen Rickster get washed before, but this can only be described as that, man. Rao is an incredible player. Great showing.
Yeah.
First showing in Hearts of Blazing, and you make it look like it's your tournament, man. Some people will say, when's the April patch in the chat? I can guarantee it. But
When's the-
others will say, Raul will probably just shit on you even then, man. That was such a convincing showing.
Oh.
He made it
Yeah.
look like he was just a step above everyone else. And you know, I get people telling me that Gran's the bottom 4 of the top 4. But nah, I don't think so.
That's a whole lie. Like who
Yeah,
can
right?
honestly like say that with a straight face? Like there's no way.
I don't know, people genuinely do think that, but I think all the top 4 have their source. Rao taking a great, convincing tournament win here. Rickster, great showing as usual. You made it all the way to Grands. At least you didn't get, like, blown up by Yggdrasil this time, so... Nothing but a great showing from you. That matchup, like I said before, looks fucked up. One EX boot going through your whip. That could be it.
Oh, that EX boot, help me.
Yeah, that's right, Rickster.
That EX
There's no
boot.
top 4, there's only top 3. Ferry's not top tier, bro, I swear. Thank you for the follow, PBL. I'm now going to look for who we're going to host, and in the meantime, I'd like to thank every player in the event, Shin for commentating with me, and every
Thank
TA
you.
who helps me make it possible, man. It's all because of you guys. I do it for you guys. You guys are amazing. So with that said, any advice on who you guys would like to see me go and host? Show some love to? Let's have a little look, shall we? Oh, we've got Team Spooky. They're running an online circuit right now.
Oh yeah, they are doing that.
1.2k viewers. They probably don't need my...
They
probably
they'll
don't
be
need
fine.
it right
They'll
now.
be alright.
Right, we'll go ahead to BG Callisto. Wow, yeah. They're running an online event as well, seemingly. Great event, everyone. Great showing from a lot of new faces, and I hope to see you guys again next week. We'll be running the events on Friday. In the meantime, we have a Gibbs event on Wednesday, so make sure you shout out to that. If you're interested in anything like that, be sure to drop a follow. Drop a follow to Shin on Twitter for the great commentary today. It's been a pleasure
you.
having you, dude. And
Thank
yeah,
you so
hit
much for
it up in the Discord. I'm going to see you guys again next week.
Alright, you all have a good day.